that bride price for his bride. They're a purchase possession. Pokadesh. We ain't got anybody in here. We already got resistance. That's great. Thank you, Father, for the narrow way. Said Hados. I am. There's broad and there is Hados. Hados. It's a test. Temptation is Old Testament. Now it's a test of your faith. He'll test his bride with evil to see if they will orgay. See if they're quick. We said I come quickly. To wrath. Remember, that's Old Testament. The God of wrath and fire. Take your son and put him on the altar. Lay him there and sacrifice. The Most High of the shofar. The final trump. That's why you need a mediator. Otherwise you're screwed, perverted. You perverted his word, you added. If you add, he doesn't like perverts. It's the very first people that Father deals with at the final perverts. The Yods, Jots, and Tittles. Or, well, idolatria. Latria is to serve. You serve the word, or you serve the flesh, the world. Twisted. Not sister. That is those that do the will of the Father. That is your mother. That's your sister and your brother and your mother are those that do the agape. The Torah, remember? Agape. Not phileo. Does it sound alien to you? Does it ring a bell? Jezebel? Ring, ding, dong. Remember, don't be a gong. Be. I'm gonna be. Remind me some Black Eyed Peas. I'm gonna be rocking that good. I'm gonna be rocking that good. Oh, I never remember. All right, not a single comment from one. Oh, there we go. Sabrina's in here. I think I was wondering if they're like, hey, who's in here? They're just like silent majority. Here we go again. Spinning and corkscrewing. What do you like, a Swiss Army knife or something? Like a Swatch watch or a Swiss watch? Timekeeping, huh? No, don't call me daddy. He said calling him at father. So, father, remember? Pop, Popa. Fish gods. Under the sea, like Little Mermaid, like the Trident. Ha! Transgender Jesus, remember Tammuz? Little under the sea, like SpongeBob Squidward. All that nonsense. Remember spiraling on the corkscrewing and spinning third rock from the sun under the sea. Remember? As above, so is below the waters. I'm spiraling on the corkscrewing. That's perverted. So don't be pervert Father's word. Remember, I'll throw you in the lake of fire. Through time and space. On the spiral in the Milky Way galaxy. Galaxy. Astronaut. Okay. Through time and space. Yeah, we can leave my space. See you later. Sabrina's going to be following. Watch this. Nano. No, watch. Thank you, sister Sabrina, for doing the moderating in here. I got a bunch of these perverts. Father, he hates perverts. That's the very first people at the final trump. He deals with perverts. Isn't that ironic? Pedo file. Put that in your file. Drawer. Zip your pants up and jacket. There it is. Get out of my space. High priest of the Satan Church, Mr. Crowley. Nano. Shazbot. Those who say peace and safety. Sub-destruct. 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 plus 7 is a blind 11. Oh, Christianity, Satanism. That is the same thing as Sex Pistol Cracker Jesus, Bourget. Remember the Bourgets? You know anything about that? Oh, no, I had to do a little Christina Aguilera. My bad. Don't mind if I skip into a rhythm cycle. Al Gore is a rhythm. Is a dancer. How's the weather? Well, the weather is fine. Wish you were here. No. The weather is here. Wish you were great. No, just kidding. Great again. Nano. MAGA, High Priest of the Satan Church. Peace. Peace, Jesus. Shalom. Shalom is Antichrist. Christ, a pagan term. Lord is your master. You can't serve two tongues. Alien is the dialect. We'll not have it. We'll throw out the bad apples. Like an apple cart. Like you're locked in a box. Nobody hung from crosses, you idiot. Cross our paths. Remember, like a forked, well, in the road. Broad and straight. Well, narrow. Hados. Narrow. Broad is the way that leads to hell. Through the wide gate. Many enter by that gate. He's got the keys to that gate, remember? Well, there's key. Only takes one key, like one eye or one ear to hear, remember? Deaf ears, restrained, retarded, not a mental disability, like screwed, like get them on their back. All right, remember? None of that Brokeback Mountain in here. Take your transgender Jesus somewhere else, Peter. Get behind me. Remember, no Brokeback Mountain with your little fruity little heart symbol. Hearts, remember? Smack that. It wasn't me. All right, everybody, I have to go to the stop right there. Stop, remember? Stop sign like octagon, like, remember 8? Remember, October is the 8th month, right? Make sure I didn't get Mandela affected. 8. All right, 8 is the 8th month, right? 9, November. No, I was born in the 9th month of November. Decimi, let me see your decimi. Everybody get their hands up. It's a stick up. Boom, let me see your decimi. Like a deck of card, well, like a decimal. How about a decade? So, 10, right? Or 12 or 13 months in a calendar year, not 52. Pick up, right? Weeks. You're weak. No, he said be meek, not weak. Are you spinning on a ball? Who's spinning on a ball? They're transgender Jesus, remember? In the ball camp. I want you to stick your triangle peg. Remember the tree? Like with the little thing, a little ball on top of the Santa. Hey, 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 ho, ho, ho. You wonder where all the hoes are at? Ask Santa. That's Krampus. Throw your kids in the fire. Eat your kids. That's Saturn. Remember the Saturnalia? It's the Yule. Remember Yule? I know about the people hidden in the shed. In the shed. No, we don't have no sheds. We got cabins. What do you got? Cabin fever here? Or you got the virus? You got the Hanta scam? Are you a scam-demic? Well, Devok out of here. Remember COVID? I come quickly, let no one take your crown. You declare it on, well, remember, the enemy came and sowed seeds while you were sleeping. Don't go to sleep, remember? 3:11, I come quickly, let no one take your crown. Oh, go down as a silent majority. You didn't get written in a book because you're the loser. Shut up. The victor gets the spoils. Not like a rat trap. Remember Victor? Hanta, scam. Well, you better get some cats. Service. Remember? Latria, idolatria, to serve your eyes. That's pornea. Or you speak in an alien tongue, and here you'll be tossed like a bad apple. We throw 98.5% of the, like the people who take a deal. Please, extort my merchant number. Let me take a gain for the bar. They get thrown out of here. Tossed. Remember, one bad apple upsets the whole apple cart. So you're not, remember, give a man fish and then, well, him or her, because we're equally yoked, and give a fishing pole. We don't do the pole worship here. Remember, pole. Who's your daddy? Sex Pistol Cracker Jesus. Whatever your little Casper the Friendly Jesus. I hate Jesus. Okay, what was timed out yesterday? Why I was timed out yesterday? You probably were. 98.5%. Remember, not like your inner temperature core to the marrow, cut to the quick. get tossed. Didn't you just hear what I said? Like a bad apple, they get thrown out of here. Remember? See ya, Maria. Adios, no birthday next year. Not supposed to celebrate birth. Remember? Birth in the middle of the winter in a manger. That's manger Jesus. Your Jesus has mange because you have sex with animals. Bestiality, Jesus. Oh, transgender cracker. Remember Caesar Borgia? Little come on by so you can give it a try. What's going on, Mick? No, I'm just kidding. Step up to the mic. Watch out. Donald's in the chat. You better watch out. He'll narrow you out. Remember, 98.5. It's not a record. It's not a radio station. I'm on a Mexican radio. Ever like radio waves or radiation? Like bombs over Baghdad. Or how about Iran? Jesus is Satan, the sun god. I hate Jesus. Jesus is a translation of the transgender, triple gender birth Jesus that has mange. I was just speaking of the one who birthed on this Ember Decami. Remember the 10th month, not 12th, you little lunatic. Yeah, Decami, December 25th. Remember, like a stack rack, like in time, like a decade. Not 12, you little silly. 13. Lucky or unlucky? There's no such thing as luck. Free will, no such thing as Jesus. No such thing as Jacob, if you want to use the letter J, was a man. Israel is a man, not a country. It was called Palestine, but you're an idiot. So that's okay. Father doesn't love everybody. Most people go to hell. And that's a fact. It was written already, remember? Prognosco, to have foreknowledge of. Imagine that. Not dragons. Pain! Believe is an action word. You make me up. Never mind. We better stop right there. Like alto, octagon, ocho. Like the 8th month in the year, right? October. Like an octopus. Listen here, Squidward. Oh, what's your name? Name is Shem. There's no such name. Don't use the word name. You don't know. That's incorrect. There's no name. It's Shem. Remember Ham? The authority, the Agape, not Phileo. Shem. Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Remember? I've got Muslims going ham in here. Remember? The Quran was written by Catholics. Kitty touch much? Careful what you speak into this time, place, or space. Shem, no Shem, not Shem. Remember, no spam. Don't spam the chat. I don't eat pork. Ew, porky pig in here. Watch out. No copsuckers or no bootlickers or no. Remember, he stood up to the boot in the neck. He hated. Remember, he turned over the money changer tables and he whipped the people. And I'm not calling for violence. I call for evolution. Go around the system, not fight. Fight. Divide and conquer. Yes, go around, not round and round. Like rat out of the cell, round and round. What comes around goes around. I'll tell you why. Oh, I apologize. It just Mandela affected. All right, remember, do not partake with vipers, rat, snap, victor, trap. Oh, it's the Hanta. It's a scam. Demic. Here we go again. Virus, remember? How about MNRA? How about messenger? How about protein? Spike mimicker. Wuhan, out of a laboratory or out of some soup in a market? You've been merchandised. If you can't keep up, write it down. Remember, concentrate like orange juice. Whatever, pineapple, what kind of, whatever. Hashish, that's concentrate. How about that? How about dab? No, I don't do dabs. Remember, I don't like dabs. I like cold pressed. Remember, pressed. We must be pressed. That's the word Theolobos. Well, Theolobos is to be pinched. Theolobos to be pressed. My bad. That's my like doom. No, I'm not saying that's not. I was gonna do some Michael Jackson and walk out of here. Moonwalk. Remember, lunatics about to steal the show. Are you Russian by chance? No, I'm not Russian. I'm not in a hurry. Remember, we're all one race, the human race. I don't do colors or division. Remember, he said I divide. So that's racist. You can't divide. Putting a label. Father hates labels. He does. There's one bride. Not colors. I am a nightmare walking. Never mind. There's no such thing as, it's called melanin or shape. Remember, people don't want to talk about our eyes. You said it must be single. That's because of how close he put us to the equator. Not There's no such thing as colors. Remember the movie Red and Blue? I've seen people kill each other over a rag. Now they fight over dudes with, well, rags. The giants of the day, the Anunnaki chasing each other around, well, the low energy swine skin. Football! All right, that football is at us. See, shapes again. Here we go. Pigskin. How about that? Giants, Anunnaki, not fallen. Remember? Fallen means you don't follow Father's word. Fallen doesn't mean from the sky, you idiot. Oh, that's all right. I had to let off a little steam. Bet it. Remember Terminator? I'll be back. John Connor. Yeah, Elon's got Boston Dynamics. How about, we're coming in is anybody in there? Well, we're sending in the Boston Dynamics DARPA dog for a welfare check. You better answer the door. Oh, Mike, here he comes again. Mike has nothing but the same thing. He says the same. You gonna have a conversation there, Viper? Mike's stuck on dumb, remember? Stuck on you. Got this feeling down deep. Oh, I'm gonna do some Kenny Rogers, remember? Got to know when to hold him and know when to fold him. Mike says the same thing every time. He's a viper. He's a double tongue. He comes in and announces himself like I was a snake before you let me in. Then he let Joe Biden. So this is Mike. Mike, Joe, Jack, Bob. Shem means authority, name. It's not Jesus, and it's not Mike. Remember the angel ark? Well, never mind. It's electric, not YMCA, you little idiot. Remember? You're doing the dance. Algorithm is a dancer. Mike, I'll have you spinning. Remember? Froward, you're perverted. We already know who you are. I won't let you in here ever again because you always announce yourself with the same crap. We've already been over this. You even had a conversation. You can come in and announce yourself in the same dialectus, dual tongue, split fork, like a dragon or like a snake. Drunk. See, here we go again, brothers, sisters. Talking about drunk is not in, brothers, sisters, not alcohol. Remember, alcohol is leaven. You mix sweet Jesus. Remember, lukewarm or I'll vomit you. And he says a viper, they like to suck. That's blow. Remember, that's regurgitate. Well, that's what you're supposed to do with the word. He always says the same thing. Viper. Remember, you'll know them by their fruit. One bad apple upsets the whole apple cart. Mike, you might not be in here anymore. You're going to insinuate alcohol. Remember, well, leaven. Do you know anything? Can you tell anybody about leaven? Tell anything about leaven. Remember little leaven, like bad apple upsets the whole, it rises the whole lump, every bit of it, the last one, because it's drunk. Remember, to make alcohol, you must yeast, Mike. Come on, Mike, teach something in here. You come in here and the devil's an accuser, remember? There's no such thing as devil, Mike. Step up to the mic, Mike. Viper. This guy's like, pizza. Remember, what's up with the pizzas? Coming in a round pizza in a square box cutting triangles. I think Mike's with the, well, Illuminati. Remember, no, he's not illuminated. He's in darkness. You know them by their fruit, workers of darkness or workers of light. Because a bad apple like leaven, well, when that becomes, how do you make alcohol, Mike? Can you teach anything, Mike? Is that load-bearing wall behind you? No, that's not a load-bearing wall because it's a tractor. That's a pretty good question. Is that a load-bearing wall? I've never heard anything. So, but hey, that's like, this guy might have built, like he knows what a king or a crippler. I got Mike crippled. He's stuck on dumb. Remember, Viper. He'll suck you dry like a vampire. Remember, like a fang, like a wolf. Bam, sucker. All right, selling you some snake oil. Mike, you're an idiot. You have no knowledge. You come in here saying the same thing with accusations, throwing them around. Remember, like body slamming, like Vince McMahon. Remember, got body slammed by Donald Warp Speed. Remember, WWF, not E. It's electric. It's plasma. It's ionized and deionized gas. He's full of it. It's coming out of his pie hole or hot hole, or he must think he's the commander in Queef. Mike, can you put anything together? You know, forked tongue. Remember, Mike. Step up to the Mike. What happened to Mike? I think he got stuck on dumb. He must have grown a kickstand or another thumb. Imposable. Never mind. Pose, remember? Foe. Mike can't hold a conversation, so. All right, I think Mike's punch drunk on the world. Just like, all right, Mike, don't ever come back here. You're an idiot. You always announce yourself. So, goodbye, Mike. What's it with me and Mike? Something about Mike. Everybody that's something with a Mike. That's okay. Not you particularly, Mike. So goodbye, Mike. Moderate Mike, Nathan, please. And anytime Mike comes in here, he's just showing himself every time. He'll get 2 times every time, and we'll never address Mike again. Mike wants, like the school bully, that's where Nephilim. Like the school bully, that's Nephilim. Mike is a Nephilim. We've all been there, brothers, sisters. Go ahead and push your bull, whatever your, kalaka. Never mind, I was going to do a song. We'll leave it at that. So, Mike who? Mike Hunt. Nimrod. Pie hole, get it? Hot hole, Commander in Queef. Carry on, as you were. Thank you, Father, for the word. So, drunk is not about alcohol, brothers, sisters. Drunk is because you add a jot or a tittle or a thought to Father's word. You're drunk on the world. You probably think the new year starts in the middle of the winter. Don't you think it's 2026? God is somewhere over your head. Father is not over your head. Father is the word. So he's not in the sky. Get away from me with your Sky Daddy carpet. I'll pull the rug out from underneath you real quick. Mike keeps coming in here like a double pumper. He's a 2-pump chump. He always does the same thing. He teeters out quickly. He didn't really have nothing. And then it's just a big, you go to sleep. Ladies know what that's about, huh? You guys, come on, man. Don't you got no stamina? All night long to Donkey Kong to the I got throwing down barrels in here. Well, whatever, I got him going bang, bang, gorilla, silverback. So Mike's like Brokeback Mountain. They're snoring about Mike. We won't talk about Mike. We'll just leave him behind. But he always says the same thing. So you know by their fruit. Remember, if you mix fruit, well, your fruity Jesus, your cracker Jesus with sin leaven, you become drunk on the world. You start spinning and twisting and corkscrewing third rock from the sun and the third dimension through time and space. A block or a ball, it doesn't matter. We will do your talk about shapes. 1 block, 1 bat, 1 ball. Take your nuts, D's, and kick rocks. Father's the Petronuts Mason on a ball, spinning third rock from the sun in the third dimension. Get out of my dimension, time, place, and space. Thanks for your time. It's an illusion. It's a doorway like death. You're supposed to die to self daily every single 7 days a week until your last breath and endure. He said, if you want to be saved, you can't just check out early. You got to go through the pain. You make me a believer. I think Imagine Dragons might know something, huh? Whoa. Yeah, the word sobers you, doesn't it? It keeps you in the narrow way. So, why does Pastor say, whoa? Never mind. I'll go 404 error on you, huh? Nope, no runs, no drips, no errors. Ask Al, ask now, ask Sherman Williams. That's right. Welcome to the new age. People are already there, and people are stuck on Pisces. Something smells a little fishy. Fish, deception. They're deceived, brothers and sisters. Remember, the elect will not be fooled. Spun on a ball. It's like a top, remember? Father's the one that makes this dynamo. Huh? Like Larry Moe and Curly or Manny Moe and Jack. That's a fact. All right. Remember, that's the Alethea. So the 3 best friends your lawn ever had. Edge, mow, and blow. Oh, we got a whole nother side there, huh? All right. Don't worry, I'm chopping bushes, not... Told you. I'm pulling rugs, chopping bushes. Hey, you make me... Never mind, I better stop. Remember, Alto, I'll send the signs. They want it now. Remember, stop. It's J.G. Wentworth. It's my burrito, and I want it now in 90 seconds. That's their generation. They're quick, double pump chumps. Remember, they want it all about 90 seconds. Ask the ladies, that's not to fulfill. So they're like, what? That's bot. They go to sleep when they get drunk. So remember, it's like labor pains. You can't have a birth unless you're gonna actually have. Well, never mind. We'll just leave it alone. I'm getting a little too out there. Remember, like in space, spinning on a ball, corkscrewing at a faster than the speed of sound, and on the Milky Way galaxy, on the spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy. This is starting to sound something like SpongeBob. Remember? Under the sea, Patrick, remember? Patrick Squidward. I say, sorry. Remember, leave your 2 girls and a cup at the door. So you have to be tracking. All right, thank you. It means to be in the same narrow way, not a fork and a knife you can fork off. My brother Donald and I are spooning over here. In case you don't like it, go somewhere else. And we're not some of this come on by to give it a try. We're in the same narrow way, like spoons in a drawer. File, rake and file. That's cosmos in an orderly arrangements. You like that? How you like that? We're having an adult conversation. Go away. We're eating our mother. We're mothering each other because that's what it says to do. He said, calling a man father, Pope, Papa. Who's your daddy? Not Indiana. All right. I miss my son a little bit, though. That makes me think of Elijah. So, all right. I love you, Elijah. John. Yehochanan. El. Jan. El. John. Jah. Elijah. Yah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Father, for the quarter deck of my decade I got to spend with my son. So I only got to spend, 7 with my dad, not my father. So my father is not in the sky. My father is inside me. We have a relationship daily, and I can't hide anything because he sees behind my eyes. I can't get away with intentions. He sees what the world doesn't see. He knows what I'm doing. Nobody's getting away with nothing. And if he's inside you, you don't have to go to a church. You don't have to, he's not going to come out of the sky. Dead people don't fall out of the sky. They're raised from the dust. The worms ate them. I don't know. Fire. Remember, ashes. Maybe they got burnt like my dad got burnt by fire. Died in a fire. Killed him because he celebrated Christmas. Christmas killed my dad, not my father. My father killed my dad by fire because he celebrated a pagan ritual called the Orgy Jesus, Mass of the Christ. So that's all right. We were pagans. He said, come out of her, my people. I haven't always been, well, I have, but he said, come out of her. Remember? Destined or bound by fate. That's 2 different things. Marked or sealed. Put my seal on their foreheads. Remember? Revelation, the crown, let no one, I come quickly, like the body is the temple. You got 2, use your head. Remember the 2 witnesses he said? Not Elijah. He left in a flaming chariot. This right eye that lies, and this left eye, that one that hangs right on your nose, right in front of your face, at the crossing, the pinch, the P.O.Box. Remember P.O.Box, the straight gate. Not your wide gate. Look at him, he's running a, where are you going? Gonna teeter out, you 2-palm chump, coming out to the gate too quickly, remember? Broad is the way that leads to the wide gate that leads to hell. No knowledge. What are you talking about? No worries. He said, be not anxious. I am. Be comforted, Peter, I am. He said, I am the Aleph. He said, I am the Hados. I am the Horizo. I separate the dark, the bad apples, and I pull these bad apples, right, from their sin and their flesh and their meat suit to my light. My horizo, I separate. I am the separate. I am the equator. I am the horizo. I pour out the just measure. That is Elijah. Never mind. That is the gospel. You pour out a just measure. It's been here since the beginning of time. It is I am. The measure you pour out on others, just that shall be judged. I'm not a demon nation. A demon is a demonion. That means a distributor of fortunes or lies. That used to be a compliment. And scriptural, biblical, and history is written in a book that's just one-sided record. The loser doesn't get to write the history. Shut up! Right? The victor gets the spoils. So I don't have a demon nation. Never. I don't like borders or nations or corporations. That's fascism. Remember, when the government combines with a corporation. Welcome to the corporation America, fascism. They nail people to stock, like they nailed them to a stock, not a cross. That's heathenism. That's Catholicism. That's the deadly head wound that was healed. That's Christianity. You know, the triple gender, Jesus, Massey, the Christ, Lord. You can't serve 2 masters. You sound like a dragon, like a forked, like Leviathan, crooked in the garden of Eden. Where's that? On this rock. If you studied maps, cultures, customs, and not just history, but the word as well, you might know where the garden. Remember? Taking a bite out of the apple, my ass. All right, just go ahead and fornicate with these words that this modern, he said, let vengeance be mine, be meek, not weak. You have to know this covenant. And remember, the elect will not be fooled. He said, I am Omega. I'll be there at the end, one eye standing. Yes, Shiloh, before you have to have a mediator. You know anything about a contract? Not bound by law. They'll throw you in front of their magistrates and I'll imprison you. I'll separate you. I knew you before you were in their womb. Yes, Esau he loved, and Esau he hated. He didn't love Esau. He was wishy-washy, lukewarm. And Jacob, he was quite the inflet. But remember, he gave him the inheritance. Jacob was a man. Israel, he called him, was a man, not a country. Get away from me. See, you do this Sex Pistol cracker. Jesus, Israel is a man, not a country. America is a corporation. Fascism. Remember, they nail you to the stock exchange by your merchant number. Oh, I never hadn't heard that forever. Yeah, you come in with the name Muhammad. Can't keep your kids up. Check this IP address for kiddie porn. It's an island, boy. I think Muhammad's been to the island. I got Muslims going ham in here. Catholics, right? Catholicism. They can't keep their hands off kid preachers much. Kitty touch. And feed them to you, too. Oh, whatever. But anyways, yeah. Tammuz, the son of Satan, remember? She had sex with her son after, yes, Ishtar, and the crescent lunar moon on their flag. I burn flags. I roast them, remember? Ashes under your feet. The dead will be raised from the ashes. Ash Wednesday is Tammuz, the son of the resurrection of the birth of the sun god Satan, rebirthing like your Moloch Christmas tree, Krampus, Saturn. Yeah, she had sex with her son. Remember, Muhammad was a pedophile and married a child, so the Catholics wrote the Quran. See why they can't keep their hands off kids? Oh, Jews, too. Remember, there's no J. They like to just suck off kids, remember? And feed them to you. Or you go to the store and eat the goy slop. You're just goy, they'll spit on you, and they won't let you in their bunkers, remember? Don't say bunker, you'll get put on the list of the November Sierra Alpha. If you know how to spell phonetically. Rage baiting you. Rage. Bait. Don't take the bait. Remember, he said be fishers of men. Don't be mad. Get glad. Get a prophylactic. Get a covering. Remember? Armor. Ephesians. Twice, he said, in 6 and 11, 3:11, I come quickly, let no one take your crown. In Revelation, so I am. Are you walking, talking apocalypse? It's not the end of the world, but sorrow is the beginning. Like waves of pain. Are you ready? Are you red-eyed to go? The king, remember? I come quickly. Put a crown of thorns. King of Judea, right? No such thing as Jews. Get away from me. There's no J's in the Old or New Testament. Who told you J? You can't use the J. Sounds like babble to you because you speak the new mystery psychobabble. You don't have any definition. Let's start once with you. Like a thief in the night, he said he would come quickly. In Revelation 3:11, Donald Warp Speed declared the coronavirus. I think you've been drinking. Somebody accused me of being drunk. Punch drunk maybe on the world. I think not. Are you red-eyed to go? So don't moderate, Mr. Babble. Tell me what hell is. So you can have any definition. Seeking you shall find, asking you shall receive, knock. I don't sup with vipers, remember? Spinning on a ball. Come on, hurry up. We're rolling. We may start the clock. You just don't have any aletheia. It's not in them. He who says without sin, the aletheia is not in them. So I'm a sinner. I'm a saint. Not perfect. So go ahead. Just give us one word. Definition of hell. Revelation 9:11. I come quickly. Right? No, 3:11. How about 9:11? The king of revelation. The abyss. Tell us the definition of that's the word hell in your English dead language. So everybody's watching. They see me watching. They always watching. They're watching. Who's watching? The eye in the sky. Let's see if we got anything here. We can't do we get anything? Nothing. I don't think he's. Sounds like you're making homemade coronavirus. There's a Democrat socialist psycho. Dude, that is some freaking Kevin or where Karen kind of. Let's story that. Man, do you have a degree and do you have a master's? Because obviously you have to have a doctorate. Where'd you do your 12-year study for? Well, obviously you're more than a medical. That you have some kind of psychiatry, remember psychologist. I think he's a cyclops of one eye, but the eyes are. Sounds like maybe corona. Corona is the common cold, the scientific name of corona. Like you have a solar corona around the sun, like a halo, like a crown. Remember he said I come quickly, Revelation 3:11. Huh. Okay, this person is not making any sense like America. America, the corporation where they nail people to the bull, Merrill Lynch, New York Stock Exchange, the Golden Bull, or like the Golden Trump at Mar-a-Lago. So I think we got to but he don't make no sense. Shades, remember? I walk in the shadow of the valley of death. I think he walks in the valley of the shadow valley. Remember the crack crevice? No, never mind. I think he's smoking. Remember? Puff the Magic Dragon. Forked tongue. Let's see what's I'm under. Remember Kona? It's like literally that's on a Lysol bottle, and so is Hanta. Now it's the Hanta. Remember, a virus is not alive. They want just to mRNA. That's your protein. But remember, they like to gargle. I think maybe this guy got too much man chowder. He's stuck in his throat. Also, the most people are seeing. Gobbler, man chowder. Too much man chowder. All right, he's plugged like a winged. Oh no, that's a pad, but plugged like a. All right, like Governor Kotek. How about that? Kotex or Kotek? Right. Governor. Can't serve two masters. You love flying flags of tyranny, do you? You like to fly the stripes and the stars to the stars. The stars don't represent the states. There's no states that are united. It represents the stars above your. Remember, they worship stars, and they striped them and whipped them and killed them, and so they like to laugh at you because you don't understand Esau. Remember, or blood baptism, red or white. There's no white, and blood is. It's the word bapto, not water. There's no water in baptism. You're an idiot. And that takes a tremendous amount of time. It's different for each one. You can't just dip, baby, dip. It's an overcoming inside and out. It's a process. Kind of like salvation, redemption. Look up, he said. You have to endure to the end to be saved, right? Your redemption draweth nigh. So you could have died 1,000 years ago. He could come in another. Well, it's in this age of error, so we definitely knows it's in the age of revelation. If the scripture says that, I'm not guessing. No, Jesus wasn't baptized in water. Jesus was water dipped in John, and there's no J, so it's Yahukanan, so there's no Jesus, so you're a Satanist. So you don't know anything about the halak. You're speaking a bunch of hakaka, and they would never hung them from a tree. Nothing good can come of Nazareth. Remember, they put a crown of thorns. You speak like a dragon. There's no J in the Old or New Testament. So stop it. Don't act like, you act like an actor. You're stupid. That word's to me nice. Come in here with your nice Casper, the friendly Jesus. Ghost is Father Hokadesh, not Casper, the friendly Jesus. There is no Jesus. Get away from me. You've been rebuked by the word. I rebuke you in the Shem of the Father, the Agape, the Torah. Well, Shiloh, the one we return, not dipped in water, but by fire, by blood. Remember? Bapto or baptizo. Baptism is by, remember, to be overcome, not dipped in a red pitch stained blood or die. Completely overcome. Not even if there was one single hole in a captain's ship, can he sleep at night? Who's steering your ship there? You're going to wreck it there, Titanic. Remember? Blood of the Lamb. Thank you. There we go. Nathan just, bam, once again, I'm not paying attention, says, I want to find your garments washed white and clean, without blemish, not even one, perfect like me when I return in the blood of the Lamb. Bapto, Baptizo, not water. Remember, he turned blood to water to fulfill all the water rituals. That's why he was dipped in water, you idiot. It was a halakha ritual, so they'd hang him from a tree so he could fulfill and call his bride a whore, the mother of all idolatria, the service of the eyes, the service of the dirt, in the book of Revelation. Apocalypse. Whoa. Remember, he said, the whore of Revelation, the mother of all idolatry, the one who serves not Father's word, but serves self, serves other deities, gods in the sky, tree gods, Moloch, owl gods, and sun, Baal gods, and all the above. Remember, totem gods, and remember, she put no gods. I am the big, most high G God, not little g God deities. Remember, they used to pray their ancestors. They think they could burn man and eat their eat flesh. After a week of marinating him in sex with beasts, man and woman. It's the manger Jesus. Yeah, your Jesus got mange because he was born in the middle of the winter. Remember on December 21st? No, 5th. Remember from the 17th to 24th. Or the 21st. It must be lucky, right? No, there's no luck or no free will. What fruit do you bear? Yeah, you'll know them by their fruit. Cracker Jesus. Remember bad apples? One bad apple upsets the whole apple cart. There's no J in the Old or New Testament. So somebody's adding, they're a disciple. They're not a disciple. They're not a servant. They're a viper. Remember, do not partake with vipers. Don't cast your pearls in the, swine in the mud. Pearls treasure. The enemy came and sowed seeds while you're sleeping, casting pearls or treasures, seeds. To sow seeds means to broadcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Remember, broad is the way that leads to the wide gate that leads to hell. No knowledge. Right here. You don't have to go to the sky to be with Father. It's right. He's right here. Like that pinching. Remember, Theolobos? What do you Theolobo to be pinched? Remember, deny yourself daily, take up your cross daily, and follow after me. What's that mean? You don't know because you don't speak any Greek. You have no knowledge. He said, my people shall perish for lack of knowledge. That's the word bis. Revelation 9:11 says they have a king over them, the king of revelation. Yes. Abaddon, old John, no, Apollyon, Apollo, remember the wife of Semiramis, the one who had sex with her son, Moloch. Remember when he died, they stand up and rebirth like Nimrod, like February, like the wolf. I come quickly, remember? Let no one take your crown. Are you crying wolf? Are you a dog? Are you a shepherd? You leading the sheep like the flock, going out and sharing the light. You see what I'm saying? Probably. Hell is no knowledge. It's right here. Heaven is right here. Remember, heaven's not above your head. Don't be above. That's pride. That's Old Testament. He had a pride. Remember Leo, his pride, the lions, the king. He sprang out of Judea. Spring, April Fools. The New Year's does not start in the middle of the winter. The Hamashiach was birthed when the shepherds were in the field with the sheep. And there's only 2 birth dates in Scripture. We're not to celebrate birth. The birth is the birth of Satan, the Sex Pistol, cracker orgy, Ulu mega share on this one. Your Christine Agate, whatever, your Moulin Rouge, whatever. What, did I get that right? Whatever. You know what your famous Starwood Jesus, your Nimrod. February, birthed in the middle of the winter. Remember? No, the Hamashiach was birthed when the shepherds were in the field with his sheep. His flock. Remember? His pride of lions, Old Testament. Remember Leo? The scepter shall not depart from Judea, the king. Remember the Lion King? Disney likes to mock him. Remember? Crickets. Jiminy, I ain't hearing nothing out of you. Conscience? There ain't no, it's not sovereign. There's no sovereign. There's no free will. It's called Hokadash. The one that turns on. It's called the age of accountability. You will be accountable. There's no God in the sky. He's inside of you and he sees what the world is. You think you got away with. Judge that shall be judged. And if you go by your little Walmart Jesus, yeah, you little happy Casper, the friendly Jesus, your smiley. No, Father said tribulation, suffering, baptism by blood, trial, fire, long suffering, he said. A bird cannot achieve lift without resistance. That's right. He said, I will lift you. I will carry you. I will take you from the beginning point to the end, and I will heal you after you die. If you want to be saved, you must endure to the end. Does that sound like your little easy peasy Walmart Jesus? You little halakha, hakaka, full of crap, making your own laws, rug pulling people like, hey, all American-made products. Bam! Now it's all made by China. I'll pull the rug out from underneath you. In here, up in here. What God do you serve? God is a title. He said, thou shalt put no God, little g, gods before me. I am the Most High. The one that doesn't dwell in temples made by hands. Twice, he always declares to witness. No, I'm not a God, you idiot. You must to be like, conform to his image, be exactly like. He said, you will be like gods, remember? But thou shalt not put no God. God is a title. It doesn't say God in the Old or New Testament. Why the hell why do you say that? Remember, it doesn't say Lord, it doesn't say Jesus, it doesn't say Lucifer, it doesn't say Christ, does it? Shut up. You speak like a dragon. The easy peasy Jesus, the 92nd, it's G.G. Wentworth, it's my Jesus and I want it now. It's a long suffering, not sit on your ass, Jesus. Remember, sit on a one-day fun day. Maybe you want to do some calisthenics. You only care about the homeless on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Remember, when you clothed him, you clothed me. When you fed him, you fed me. Yeah, you just go share the word, but you don't have to share food. You don't have to share nothing. You better share the light. Say don't boast because you know, but don't. Huh? Whoa, if you don't. Like the writers of Revelation, the 4 horses, there's 5, not 4. Grow up, child, remember? Nimrod, Cupid, your little heart, little lovey-dovey Jesus. Like the wolf, crying wolf in here, huh? Ain't nobody gonna come for you. You're gonna gnash teeth, sit there in the dirt. You ain't gonna be lifted. Well, you'll be lifted, but then you'll gnash teeth. Everybody from the beginning of time. He said, if I didn't call out to the hearts to seek after me, not one of them would love me, not one of them. And I'll judge them at the final trump. Remember, the shofar, the ram's horn. There's only one judgment. One final. Remembrance, life, judgments. These are the 3 books. Not genders. Only one race. The human race. Man and woman. Stop it with your come on by and give it a trans, triple gender Jesus by. Yeah. Now we know what they're doing, huh? Yeah, that's Satan, the adversary. You call him anybody who adds a jot to the word Satan. Satanic and the adversary. Dark and light, you're in dark. Go ahead, just add a single tittle, that's a comma. And you'll be left out of that. Your Shem will not be called out in that. Well, if you don't fear remembrance, life, if you don't do as Agape, you'll be gnashing teeth. Only those he chose, and it's oligos that find the straight gate. Most people go to hell because most people are in the broad way that leads to the wide gate, and he's got the key to that gate. Yeah, that's right, because most people can't define what the hell they're talking about. You don't know the definition. He said, I am the Aletheia truth. Then you don't know what the hell you're talking about, especially when it comes to the Aletheia truth, the Father, because he is truth. He is the Word. In the beginning was the Word, and then the Word became flesh. And that's, remember, he said, wrestle not against, because we're not bound by fate. We are not, yes, marked, but sealed. Put my seal on their forehead. Crowned. Temple, the body's the temple. Spiritual. Crown, spiritual Hokadash. So, don't be punch drunk on the world, brothers and sisters, to be speaking like a dragon, telling you can sit down on some one-day, fun-day, ass, Velcro Sunday. You got to get up and do it daily. It's a daily cross, crucifixion, fire, trials. If you're loved by the world, he said you'll be hated by my Father. So you go ahead and make friends, remember? Not here to be nice. That means you're acting like everything's okay because everybody celebrates the New Year's in the middle of the winter and tells you it's 2026 and the sun god Satan is literally Jesus Christ, the Masse god of eating flesh and drinking blood. Cannibalism, vampirism, that's Catholicism. That's the deadly head wound in it that was healed. He divorced his bride and called her a whore in Revelation because remember, Ahab married Jezebel, not giants had slammed their 50-foot match school buses in a 5-foot frame. That shouldn't add up. Remember, Ahab married a woman that went after sun gods and tree gods, Jesus Christ. They put the sun over the top of the tree, light. Never throw the wheel, throw the baby, you on the fire, log, wheel, worship. This is all mocking the Hamashiach. Go ahead and eat your Sex Pistol cracker Jesus on December 25th, and then bang, 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 the boss's wife at New Year's in the middle of the winter. My ass, silly rabbit, tricks of her kids. You're celebrating the sun god, Mithra. You want a name. Name means Shem. That means authority. That means every single jot, yod, and tittle without one single perversion. Not Shem. Not Jesus or Shah or Yeshua or Yahweh or God or Chewbacca. Your Esau, little red-headed cracker Jesus, whatever. Albino Jesus, your little Nimrod Jesus, whatever you want to call it. Your Esau Jesus, whatever. There's no such thing as Jesus. That's how vile this world is. Remember? There'll be famine and pestilence. Oh, food is nice. Of the word! When I return, no one will know my Shem. Must have screwed this one up too, didn't we? And I'll make a new name, not Jesus. I'll make a new authority because they really screwed this one. Remember, pervert? It says that. Heaven and earth shall perish, but my word will never die. When I return, no one will know my word. I'll make a new word. And not Jesus Christ. Stop it. You're fooling yourself. Silly rabbit, tricks of her kids. Remember, she had sex with her son. Wrong kind of tricks. Pulled the tricks on her kids. Silly rabbit. Remember, she loved rabbits. He loved rabbits. She just loved having sex with her son. Muhammad, Catholics, Kitty Touch, Donald, Warp Speed, the whole government of America, all the leaders of the whole, remember? WHO, the World Health Organization, they love you. How about the WEFers, the World Economic Foundation? They got your cycle. They know how they're going to take care of you and make sure you get the debt cycle. Remember, they got that one covered too. Remember? And the New World Order. Remember the one world order, one religion, and one world currency that it never says once. Like he said, if I didn't call out to the hearts to seek after me, not one of them would. And oligos find the straight gate, because most people are in the broad way that leads to hell. And yes, that's right. Most people are in hell already. They don't have to go there. They're already there to be lifted and stay right where they're at. The lifting is to be without flesh, you idiots. Hogadesh, that's Father. Remember, Father doesn't exist in flesh. What are you, an idiot? Now you're going to tell me that the Messiah has some kind of boobies. He's some kind of pepperoni with tassels going around the pole. You want me to throw dollars at him? Careful where you cast your pearls, your treasure, brothers. Well, your dollars, whatever your worth, your value, you've been nailed to the stock exchange. So if you send your worth value tax dollars to kill Iranian children, then you will be liable at the final Trump. Remember, the ram's horn shall sound, and then you'll be judged for those Ukrainian, Iranian, Yemenis, Lebanese, Iraqi. How many women and children lost it? Not battle dress uniform men signed up for war involuntary in America. But some nations don't. That's called a conscription, or a fancy name in America called a draft. Lost their life. That's not right. That's not right. I said battle dress uniform, but women and children that lost their life. Iraqi. I'm not talking about just the 120 Iranian. For a nation that's never attacked America, a nation that's telling that they can't have nuclear weapons. That's the only nation to actually ever use nuclear weapons against another country, and they never attacked us. But we went on a gut instinct by Mr. Warp Speed. Remember Mr. 47, right? 4 plus 7 is 11. How many felony convictions? How many bankruptcies? And he can't even own a weapon, but he can control all the militaries. Uniform Code of Military Justice. That's right. Navy, Air Force, Army, Marines, National Guard, Coast Guard. I know. I used to serve this beast. He can't own a weapon, but he can control all these and just go wreak havoc. Remember drones? We got drones. Remember, not androids, but drones. We got warehouses of Boston Dynamic robots they're about to release and tell you that they came from the sky, aliens. And we had this great deception, like it talks about in Project Blue Book, not Operation Mountain Dew. What is this other one they do? It's Project Blue Book, not Project Operation Do Me Baby. I can't remember because it's just deception. Anybody want to put what that is in the chat? They moved the goalpost from Agenda 2021, right? That's a sustainable development for the 21st century to Agenda 20. Okay, Operation Blue Beam. Thank you. There will be directed energy technology, brothers and sisters. That's old Tartaria technology. Look what Antiquitech is. It's still on the buildings. They harvested the ether, the whole currents. That's what all these data mining stations are for. You guys ain't seeing it. It's right there in front of your face. It's happening in this township that I live in. They're not going to stop it. They'll just put it in another location. They're tapping into the whole currents, brother, sister. This is the new system. Blockchain, tokenized, credit scored communism. I've said it over and over here again. Whatever, not Sesame Credit. They did that as a phone app in China, and now it's called social credit scoring. They're going to do it here. They're going to do it as a worldwide, and they're going to make you work for the government. They're going to draft, especially the Walmart citizens of America, like the Waltons that did during the Second World War, because everybody waiting for the Third World to happen they're waiting for World War III, as the Third World War has already started. No wars outside this country have ever started with a single bomb. Like the Second World War was started with embargoing, cutting off the supply chain routes. That happened in 4 + 5 is 9, right? Mr. Warp Speed, washers went up $200. You might want to write this down when you skip Joe Biden. And then 4 + 7 is 11. Now, remember, those who say peace and safety, sudden destruction. He ran as a peace pretendant. Remember, had Hillary Clinton sat at us, he was going to put Hillary Clinton in jail. He was going to audit the Fed. Instead, he blew Pal. Remember that same bubble? Oh, he kicked Pal. That dude, whatever. Dale, no, I don't know who that is. So, okay, anyways, but 4 + 7 is 11 when you skip Joe Biden, right? And here we are, back to the future. So can you keep up, concentrate, not 88 gigawatts going back in time. You might want to write something down in here. Everything has a geometric value. I don't normally say anything unless it's something that I haven't researched for decades. 10 is December's the 10th month, not the 12th month. They got you playing 52 pickups, like 12. There's 13 months in a calendar year. But let's not go there, because you're already warped speed. Remember, you think God's in the sky. You think heaven's above your head. You think hell's below your feet. Earth is a rule, not below your feet. Planet means wander, so wander out of here. See, you have an alien tongue, dialect. Nobody speaks in tongues. That's blasphemy. Don't blaspheme the word, or I'll throw you in. My motto is to make sure you cannot. Even 2 times, you give a man fish and you give him a fishing pole. Father doesn't want us to help people that do not want to help themselves. That's right. Love thy neighbor like thy enemy, like thyself. So self-will is idolatry. Free will, there's no such thing as free will. Well, thank you. Appreciate your in this sphere of truth. So I'd like that you put sphere. That's the word Torah, not sphere. Remember, a toroidal, like the toilet spins one way in the north and spins magnetically, is because of polarity, not poles. So I can debunk most people are idiots. So I don't care if they have a degree, bring them in here. I don't care. Bring a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, rocket science. Go ahead, bring them in here. Yeah, about a biblical scholar. That's the best. Let's test the biblical scholars. These people, Bible means book, and it's not written on books. It's written on stone. Remember, they're locked in a box, kind of like a chest or whatever. Treasure. Careful where you put your treasure. Watch people who are locked in a box. When you unfold a box, you get a cross. Remember, they come to this fork in the road. So send them here. We'll define them. We'll see if they have any definition. And he said, I am Aletheia, truth. So, but appreciate any kind of information, because I'm an information hound. So that's pretty funny that you said sphere when it really means toroidal field. So not sphere ball. Ball bell, the worship of the sun. Oh, wrong sphere. It's electric, not YMCA. They get you swimming in deception, doing your jerk off dance, whatever. I don't know if is that the song they play when he does the jerk off, like he's jerking off to, like, his 2 witnesses. No, that's a good thing, because sphere is something they think. They like hemisphere, that's a toroidal, toroidal fields. That's like forms the shape of a, more like a, I don't mean to go there, but like a Krispy Kreme donut. And you might call that sphere, like the Torah, toroidal field forms that same cylindrical resignation of magnetics that's been in opposition of each other that creates the dynamo. It's electric. So, okay, what song, Mike, does he do the jerk off to? Like he's jerking off to, like, his 2 buddies, like, I don't know, John F. Kennedy and Mr. What's that other goofy, whatever singer that he does the whatever with the stupid pride flag, the American flag. They're all pride flags. Their flags are stupid. I hate flags, borders, colors, races, sin that man commits. So what is that he does? Kid Rock, remember? JFK and Kid Rock, whatever. He's jerking off everybody. Remember, he's nothing. He's a taco guy. So you got to bend one way and then bend the other. Cock, whatever. So the reach around, maybe. I don't know what you call the guy, but remember, he's Mr. Warp Speed, so he does it fast. Remember, he's not going anywhere. 2028, man. They think he's a king, the MAGA king. He's the Gentile Messiah. Remember that fake nation Israel? Because Israel is a man. They put him on his coin. Coin like CIA conspiracy theorists. That term they coin. Well, two cheeks of the same hole, two wings of the same dragon, two sides to the same coin, good or evil. They dress, Democrat or Republican. They're mocking the democracy, the original Constitution with the ass. They love their imagery. So they love to mock people with imagery and speak in shapes and code and ciphers. And they put it all right in front of everybody's face. They put it in the halftime Stupid Bowl show. Remember? People chasing each other around killing each other over jerseys, tights, colors. Remember the giants of the day, the Anunnaki, over a rigged game, a low energy swine skin. It's quite. They used to fight over IOUs and tennis shoes. Remember? No, they fought over. That's what we fight over now. We're so advanced. Kingdoms, gold, silver. Remember? Rights to land. The families used to stay together. Now we're like, get the hell out. They don't even try to stay together anymore. The COVID did a little bit, but the bach out of here. Everybody's back to normal. Everything's okay. Move on, Team America. Gulf America, everything's awesome. Don't worry that the president and all these other in their cabinet, House, Congress, Senate are a bunch of pedos. More people in Congress that are millionaires than the populace. Well, whatever, million ain't nothing. But yes, just keep shutting up, be America, and everybody loves, right? America, Team America. But outside of America, we're the bad guys. So, but don't talk about that in America, because alcoholism. You're drunk. The first stage of alcoholism is denial. Remember, you can't fix something. Hey, it's leaking over there. What'd you? That thing stinks now. Oh, but it's cut off. He's walking around like a peg leg because you didn't take care of it. It's called preventive maintenance. Can't fix stupid, right? Stupid means to be nice. People want to act like they're a bunch of actors, so they're just acting like they know what they're talking about. So that's right. Fix. Remember, are you fixing or are you wrecking? Remember Miley Cyrus, like a wrecking ball. They love doing their ball worship. Remember, of the sun and the trees, standing them up like Nimrod. Get it? Got your blood pumping. So there you go. You guys got it. So these people do this. They speak everything. If I do not like having these eyes because the rose color, these people are smoking the rose glasses or whatever you want to talk about. They got a whole nother vision. They're drunk. Remember? Whatever, they're intoxicated. I don't care what kind of substance abuse they're on, right? That's not what it's about, bro. It's just, that. So thank you for the word. These people are punch drunk, like somebody spiked the punch, bro. The punch ball, remember? Like two lost souls swimming in a fish bowl year after year. I had to do some Pink Floyd, guys. All right, hold on. What time is it? I think I need to feed these birds. Is it bird time? Oh, it's almost bird time. We can wait a little bit longer to let the birds. Actually, I can't stay on here too long because in a little bit I've got somebody that might be coming to take a look at the pickup. I don't, I don't have the, best hunch feeling, but the Father could always show that I'm wrong. Today, guys, I did go ahead and throw down a deposit on this because I can't dig it. I can't dig this front. I need to give an update before I get out of here because I'm going to have to get up and finish what I'm doing here. I have some stuff to do to that truck, clean out the back. It's got some cans, and I've been kind of using it as a catch-all, so it's going to take me a minute to, I don't know if they'll show up, but anyways, it's a long way out here. I have people, more than 9 times out of 10, people say they'll come out here and realize how far it is. Oh, I didn't realize you were that far. Yeah. I thought you were Silver Lake, Washington. So, but anyways, I put a deposit down on the excavation. Okay. So $1,500. So I put a deposit down and I need to get it done. I can't dig it. And they said they would dig the front and the back. I didn't go with the local company, with the person that was going to do it before. And I kind of, hopefully, so that works out. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But I'm excited about that. But I need to probably get my butt in gear because, like I said, I need to get something. I don't have the remaining, probably about $1,000 short right now, and then I still have to do the gravel and the tie straps, or what I'm saying, to get myself through where I can actually. I have two more permits to buy, and that's actually more than that because one is 800. That's later. I don't have to put that one in right now. That's the septic tank. I can have them come in and do the test holes, tell me how much line that I need. Then I come back, I can lay that all in the ground. I can actually dig the holes. I can set the septic tank in the ground, but then I have to pay that $850 times 12% because they act that later. But, I'll cover that later. So I got to because I already contacted the electric company, already paid for the electric, already paid for the septic stuff that's here other than the permitting, and I have to get that permit. So that's coming up. That's $682. I think I need to get a hold of. I did speak today with the uh, pad septic lease line. So what I did pay for today, okay, and I entered into a contract as a handshake. I'm hope Father won't do that. I'm hope Father will help me come through this because I could have went and got that company. And here's the deal, guys. Here's where I went with this. Here's the deal. You sound like a cop. Shut up. I paid $1,500 to do both the 150-foot line that I need for the electric. That has to be at least 40 inches. It has to be at least 40 inches. Okay. They're going to tell me how far I need to set my septic line. Okay. I can't get the guy to do the electric and the septic because he charges like $20,000 to $30,000 to do the septic. Already told you, it's that Paxton Construction. Shumway won't do it. They're just too busy right now. It's just too much work in this town going on. So I paid today with a deposit. I have to go pick this up, with them, load it. I'm hoping I want to leave the guy alone and let him do his work. Okay. That's why I try to go there today and just like, hey, how much do you want? Because I have some prior dealings and it's no bad business or anything, but I want to make sure that he doesn't think like I owe him anything. I want to walk away. That's why today I said, how much do you want to do this? Can you do it? And at first he was a little hesitant and then he took a deposit. So hopefully Father doesn't take that from me. So I gave him $500 today. I'm going to try to give him the remaining when he comes here to dig the electric. Now the electric, here's what I'm saying. The guy could have dug the front for $800. I know that would have happened with no issues, guys. And part of my body's like, man, I kind of would have liked to have done that because I know I could have got this electric in and dealt with the septic later. But the guy that digs the electric can't do the septic. He's not, I already told you that on here. He's not insured. He has to put it all in. And he's doing the one up the road and it's like $20,000 to $30,000 to install the septic. So they make some money on it. It's just what they do. When you do an owner builder, that's a way to cut a lot of costs. That's the only way I'm going to be able to do this. So he said to me, because I asked him, and guys, I don't want to air all my dirty laundry because I want to make it like that. He thought that I owed him $1,500, and he said he would do this for $1,500. So I hope he just doesn't take $1,500 from me. I don't think he will. I think he took my $500. It's going to be a little more work. See, I could have paid the $800 and have this done, but Paxton, the contractor, can't do my septic, and I would have had to rent that. But this guy said, and I'm not trying to do it cheaper, he said he would do both for the $1,500. It's $50 cheaper kind of on both sides because he's digging the 150 foot. Now I told him, because I want to keep my word, that I'm only paying for 150 feet. If it's more and they tell me that it needs more, and the 3 test holes, I got to get in there and finish them off. He said that he's not going to get down in the ditch, and I'm fine with that. I will get in there and do this. What I'm saying? And he already told me, because he's done this before, on what they want. He's dealt with the county inspector, so it's good to deal with him because he knows what they want as an owner builder, right? So I need to kind of deal with this guy. No, I don't want to fingers crossed because there's no such thing as luck. Try not to ever say that. I know it's like going to zigzag like a rolling paper, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter, Nathan. I've already accepted that no matter what happens, it's just going to be Father's will. Okay. I know I'm feeling kind of like, man, I should just pay the guy the $800, but I kind of need to make this back right with him so I can continue. And, move on. You know what I'm saying? And it would benefit him. That's why I said, look, I came by here because I can give this money to somebody else. I told him what I charge, what he charged me, right? And I could have gave him the same for half of it, but he can't do the other half. But he said he would do both. So I want to try to cooperate, make it easy for him. When I try to do this from here on out, I'm just going to go try to load that up and leave him alone. Let him what he's doing. Don't tell him what to do. Just whatever he tells me, do what he says, and get it done. Because we were talking about Shumway, it's like $8,000 instead of $800, brothers and sisters. Literally, I know that sounds like an insane, exorbitant, probably way out of, but it is. It's $8,000 from Shumway, the only contractor. This guy's the new guy in town in his 30s. Not, he's so booked up. He said he would do something for $800 that he said he would do for $8,000. Literally the same job, guys. Just the excavation. It's disgusting. So I need to let Father handle this, and so I haven't heard back. No, I just want to give you a little bit of update too, because I heard from I talked to the building people in the county, and they haven't got my paperwork. I sent it Monday, which is just down the road, but they weren't in on Thursday or Friday. So I was hoping to hear back from them today because I got home early, but I was like, oh, okay, cool. Just letting you know I want to move forward. So I already had the electric come out and paid to do all the electric. So again, if I can get them to give me that mobile home placement permit, the address, then I can pay the $682 for the electric permit. So I have that too. You know what I'm saying? I have that as well. And so I'm kind of glad that he took the deposit, because I gave him that. And then I'm hoping I can cover that deposit. This is going to wipe me out because I have my phone bill coming up, and my insurance paid, and I just paid the land payment, but it's okay. I said, it'll be all right. I just kind of give you an update where I'm at. I'm getting by the skin of my teeth. I don't know how I don't have the money. Like I said, this is crazy to say this right now, but I don't have the money to pay him right now. So I got to make sure I get on this, guys. That's why I said, don't let me stay on here too long, because I need to try to, I don't know if this person will show up with this truck. I almost like every time that I prepare something out here, and I don't mean to say this, guys, but every time I prepare something, nobody comes out. If I don't do anything, then they come out. It's weird. Like if I just left the trash in the back of the truck, it's not trash, it's cans and some, off stuff. It's like they would show up. But I want to, I don't want, when I sell something, I don't like it to be, I want it to be as nice as it can possibly be at that rate. And I just have a habit of doing that. So it seems like every time I get something fixed, now I shouldn't do this. I should just leave it alone and let them look at it the way it is. But I'm going to go out there because I just have a thing about cleaning vehicles. I just do. What the hell is that on my ear? Some pinch in the back of my ear. So maybe if this truck is done, this will pull me to the real close to the end, guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'll totally be there, because I talked to him today about clips and some other base concrete. There's other things. I still have to buy gravel. We'll have to get compaction done. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably have to rent some kind of compactor to do the pad out here, buy gravel and lay that in there. I have to do that. I talked to him. So I don't want cheap. See, there I'm going, Nathan, saying, and I didn't try to do that, because really today, in a nutshell, guys, I saved $50 because it would have been 800. I called him back, and it's 200 an hour. I said maybe 700, remember, and it's $800. That's what it is, and that's fine. That's 200 an hour. Normally, most people charge for a whole day, and $1,600 is normally to have him come out. He doesn't normally go out for anywhere in this valley for less than $1,600 to operate his equipment. It's a whole day's worth of work. You know what I'm saying? A whole day's worth of work. So I got to pay, so something in my brain said, man, you should just pay that local guy. But then I would have had nobody, guys, to dig the septic. And he said he'll do my septic because he's done it and he knows what he needs to do. I paid for 150 feet. If it's more, I told him I would pay more, because he might come out and say, I need 300 feet. I didn't pay for that. And we shook on that and said, look, this is what it be, the 150, and the 3 Teslas. That's what I paid for today. And I owe him $1,000. So we're close, man. This is we're moving. Hopefully, I didn't hear back from the county today. I was really hope they would send me something, and I still have to file that electric permit, so there may be a little time between. You know, I'd really like him to get and come and dig this. I can dig this at any time, so I'm gonna try to get that done. And I'd like to give him another $250, right? To give him 750, so I paid him for half of it. He's done that half when he shows up. You know what I'm saying? And then if he decides he might say, I don't want to do that, and that's fine. But I paid him for this work. I'll have saved $50. I still have to drive down there and pick up the equipment instead of, and work with him to do but it's okay. Because like I said, I want to, he's a local guy and he could use the money, what I'm saying? And I'd like to help the small business, but he's, somebody I've known. And so thank you, Father, for, you know, um, what's that about? Seems random, but can you recall what date of or around what day they won't let you leave? What do you mean? Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I came over and I said, "Look, this is what you charge me. What would you charge?" Because he asked me, I'm like, "Well, what do you want? I want to make sure you get paid, all that your gas, windshield time, all of it." And I told him they charged $800. So, and I said, "I'd like to come over here and give you the money. You know, it's not like you're rich, but I mean, not like you're poor. You could use the money." So that was my thought. I'm like, I need to go back over there. This person did it before. I told you I had some things going in the past with him, but I tried to get that all mended up with this. So hopefully this doesn't blow up in my face like a lot of things do with my face. So, um, but I think he will. Like I said, I think he has the equipment to do it. And I think if I don't rush him, and I'm not in a rush, you know what I'm saying? I have some things that I have to let the county, I can dig the hole right now. He agreed with that. You know what I'm saying? Um, that I could dig the hole. The county's not going to dink me. I already brought the house out here when I shouldn't. They could have fined me. They brought that up in my hearing. So if I dig the hole, it's actually going to go show good faith in a sense. That's what I'm saying. I already have the septic out here. I already have the house out here. I already have a lot of people do this in stages. Now, not everybody. Some people come out here and kill it and build a big house and do whatever. But there are a lot of people who start like me and just scrape to get by, guys. You know what I'm saying? But then they're out here and they've got this done, and they don't have to do some huge house payment in some big city, and they're actually have some time to enjoy their life, get some quality out of it. They might have big fancy things in a big city, but they own it. It might be smaller. It's like that 78 trailer. Who cares? I'll put new stuff in it. I'll make it look different. It could be covered with siding. He had mentioned that too when I was talking to him, that there's a single wide trailer just like the ones that we have, because the thing or whatever, he's got another one. Okay, guys, but somebody remodeled one out here and it's really nice. They put T111 on it, put a porch on it, put a bay window on the end, put all vinyl windows on it. It doesn't look like it did. It almost looks like the two stick built homes they built right next to it and sold both those right next to each other. That's on the corner of the S curves out here. So, and then we agree, guys, that this house, and I have just a little bit more news that he told me too, which is not good. Guys, I can't split this ministry up. I can, but they won't let me sell it. I can't split it to sell it. They won't let that happen. You have to wait a certain amount of time. I'm screwed on the back surgery. I can't sell that shelter. I don't know what to do. I can't sell the shelter. I can't sell the ark. So I don't know what to do about the back surgery now. Father delivered me a huge blow. Good all around today, but man, I know there's something coming. So um, he said that, yeah, he's like, you could split your property out here, but you can't sell it. You have to sign like a release that says you won't sell it for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years or something like that. He said, I'm like, oh my God, Father, are you serious? After I got through all the work through that, I asked him about that. He's like, yeah, I talked about it because he wants to do it. You know what I'm saying? But he wants to split his up into parcels. He's going to keep his and sit on the one and sell those later. He knows the plan. So he told me, I was like, no way. I wanted to split, you know what I'm saying? So I can't get I can't. I'm not gonna be able to do it. So he said they do it for $1,000. They do that split. They'll split it for $1,000. That's what he said it costs. So I got all the information, but I don't know. Maybe I'd look at it doing it now. Maybe I should do it right now. Maybe it's a year from now. Maybe I have to hold on to it for a year. I can't remember what he said. He said he wasn't sure, a year, 2, 3, 4, 5. He didn't know, but there was some kind of, you can't split something to sell it. I'm like, what the hell? Why else would you split your parcel? like 2 tax lots. I mean, what the hell? So I don't know. It's weird. County ordinances, law, whatever. I'm not tripping, brothers, sisters. I just have to deal with it. It is what it is. But so good news, I guess, and bad news. So no back surgery for Pastor anytime soon. Maybe the Social Security will cover it under Medicare, but I don't think so. So, or I have to sell it all. I will never get the money that was put into the shelter. I don't think so. He actually said that all these parcels, he said these both parcels would be worth at least $200,000. He said there's no way, there's nothing out here. Remember, I told you that. So, um, so you know, I just have to hold off on the surgery, I guess. I kind of got a little ahead of myself thinking that was something I could accomplish in about a year or so. Um, Whatever. I'm not going to die. This isn't going to kill me. If I go down, I go down. I'll put my faith in Father, and He'll lift, He can carry me until that day. I've made it this far without surgery, so I think I can. Just was hoping to maybe remember to get rid of the pain, but I've lived with it long enough that it's not going to take me down. It's just not. I'm gonna have to manage it like I have for some time, and when Father's ready for this to happen, it'll happen. I can't do it. I'm not a wealthy man in any way, shape, or form. I scrape so hard just to barely get by, and that's okay. I feel wealthy and have more of the word and abundance, what I don't need anymore. See, that's what's, you know, remember, this was more doing it for the ministry than anything, because then I figured out I could kind of cash out my, you know, but he told me, he said, man, if you cash out that if you could separate the 10 acres and wait, he said, it's worth at least double what you're saying. Remember, I have over probably 100 in it. So it'd be nice to cash that out and go get my back surgery. I would spend every penny of that on back surgery, not to be in pain, so I can bounce and spring forward from there. You know what I'm saying? Um, oh, yeah, I'll be all right. Yes, thank you. No, I do. I got to get out there and try to clean that truck out and put this battery in it and get it ready for sale, but and see if they show up. So I don't know. We'll see if they do or not. But thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Want to give you an update. So we made some progress today. Um, I paid for the excavation. I put a deposit down. It will take care of both the front and back if I don't need any more excavation down in the back. So if he'll come through, which I don't think he'll screw me over. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to put it on Father. I'll update you. If I get screwed over, I'm just going to laugh about it and go, well, so what? It's not like the first time that I've just thrown money in the air and lost it, lost money. It's okay. But I wanted to help him. That's why I went there instead of paying. So as my witness, and I shouldn't do this, is the death of me, man. I felt like, and I was open and honest with him. I communicated with him, said it would have been $800 to do that. He said they do both for 15. So I'm saving $50 on each, basically in a nutshell. Otherwise, this guy couldn't do it. So I wanted to give my money to him because he's not rich in any way, shape, or form. He has a smaller trailer than I do. You know what I'm saying? He's not like he can just go throw up like a lot of these people he has. I mean, he has a tractor, he has a backhoe, he has a lot. I don't have nearly what he has, and but we're doing the same thing. So, but I thought it could help him. I shouldn't do that, but we'll see what happens. I don't care what happens like that. Father made me do it, so I wanted to kind of make that thing. We had some little bit of a issue, and I thought we could get that ironed out today, and he could probably use that money and, even more than the guy at the Paxton construction, so we'll see what Father has in store for me. I never know, man. I try to make goals and set goals to achieve. So we'll see what Father, I'll make plans because he'll wreck them. So I'm not going to plan on him coming out here. I'm not going to plan on not coming out here. How about that? You know what I mean? I'm just going to prepare for the worst and prepare for the best, and whatever happens, I'll roll forward from there. So maybe it's a win-win situation for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what Father has for, because I'd like to be able to, this to him, have him help him out. I'm sure that Paxton guy has plenty of work out here. He's really giving me a big, deep discount because I'm a veteran. So Father works the way he wants. He's not going to make a mistake here, no matter what he does here. So thank you for being a witness, guys. I just need to come in and kind of let you know that, you know, Father gave me the abundance. I don't have to dig. I want to dig it out. I want to save that money for something else. I need it later for the gravel. I need it for the clips. I need it for other. I needed $850 for the septic inspection. You know, I still have to pay for both of those, but I need not to dig this hole, man. So I feels like that's the right reason why I did it, because man, this is getting so hard to live, thinking that I can't even dig a damn ditch anymore. This is exhausting me, guys. I know, I love you. It is. It's kind of it hurts, not my ego, but it hurts to think that I can't get out there and do what I did for the last 50 plus years, guys. That I just hired somebody to dig something that if I just busted my ass every day and it would hurt every day, I could probably do it in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Okay, all done. All done. All done. Thank you. All done, Mr. Magnetic Puppy. All done, Mr. Magnetic Puppy. He's like he knows he can feel it. He's such a good dog. Oh man, please don't kick me, puppy. Please don't kick me. So again, that's why I did it, guys, more than anything, because I have to pay to do it. And that's deflating, man. It's very deflating. I want to be this big, strong rock of a man and be able to accomplish anything and go through. But see, that's why I need to have this surgery, guys, so I can get that back. You know what I mean? I can't fool myself. I just had MRIs and they're like, dude, you're freaking messed up, and want to fuse me together. You know what I mean? So it's real. It's not, I'm not making this up, not some hypochondriac, like nothing's wrong with me. I have some major issues. They can't even do all the injections in one in time sitting. It's going to take a multiple just to do the injections to get my body ready to prepare me for surgery. So, you know, I got to do what's right. Don't shortcut this. Don't cut corners. Wait until I can get the disc replacement and don't get fused together. So I still think I can accomplish this house thing or whatever and have that at a later time and date if I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't rent the, even if I could save a couple $100 to rent the trencher, I still got to get down that, take it off the trailer, get it out, pull it out, horse that thing down 150 feet. And it's not fun. I'm going to be sore as you know what the whole time. And it's deflating me, guys. I don't know why, but I've never, you know, let things like this, because I know I can spring back from injury and things like that. But this just it just feels like something I should have been able to do without having to rely on anybody or pay anybody to do it. And here I have to shell out $1,500 and know that I might lose it all. And I might still have to do it by myself. So I don't know what Father has in store for me. So I hope that's not what it is, but it wouldn't be surprising to me, just so you know. Just to let you put it out there right now. I'm not trying to put that into, I already told you I want to help this guy out and give him the money. I already could have paid a business $50 more, never any of this headache. None of this worry. None of it. It'd have been done, but then I had to figure out how to accomplish the septic. So we'll see, what Father has in. I don't know how your life works, but that's how Father, it's always something in my life, but we'll see. We should be thankful that if he does it, and I could save even $100 and not have to do it. Remember, that's what I'm concerned about, my actual physical ability to do something. This is just so deflating, guys. It really is. I'll figure it out though. I really think if I can later down the road bear, the pain, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, that I can attempt later down the road to have, the disc replaced so that I can feel good again and not get fused together and not have that procedure done at all. I don't think it's the right thing. And I think that's why the doctor said to me, basically, you're too young. She didn't say I'm too young. She said, you're just so young to do this procedure. This is normally something what we do when people are definitely, older than you. And, it's kind of a last resort kind of thing because they don't really have insurance and we need to bind you up before you literally collapse on yourself, so not the end of the world, man. Not the end of the world. So we'll see. Thank you for being a witness. I want to give you people that are, what I'm saying, just a witness, man. I need somebody to witness this. So it's kind of surreal at times the way the way Father works in my life. But it's like I said, it's because I want to help somebody else. We'll see if that backfires in my face again. So I'll figure it out right when I get there. So when we cross that bridge, man, maybe I'll have a smile on my face and it'll be a win-win for everybody. This thing has been going pretty good right now. So it's a lot of good, lots of good. Seriously, you know what I'm saying? Um, Lots of good things going on. So I can't, if we get a hiccup or a bump, it's not going to be the end. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep moving forward. This would be a monetary setback or something like that. So, um, let me get off here. We'll see if this guy shows up with this truck. I probably have an hour's worth of cleaning that truck up and getting the battery in it and cleaning it out, getting the air tier, get it wiped down. And he's supposed to be showing up sometime before 6. So I better part my ways in here and let you guys get on with your day. But I want to give an update, let you know. I maybe don't have to dig that, guys. That's what I'm hoping, again, more than anything. I don't have to dig it. It is defeating. Think that I'm gonna have to have somebody come out and dig some holes, but it's not the end of the world, man. I've dug a lot of holes out here. You know what I'm saying? I have dug some deep, deep, deep. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I haven't had the ability, but I need to get myself fixed, and I'll be able to dig again, man. I'll dig even harder. I'm gonna tell myself I'm 20 when I get, reconstructive back surgery, and go get it and say, you know what, these next 50 years are gonna be the best 50 years of my life. You know what I'm saying? They'll come with adversity, they'll come with setbacks, but I'm going to make them the best that I can. And I already do that now, kind of the silver lining. It's just, again, it was kind of deflating, knowing that I finally bucked down and said, okay, I'll have the surgery, and then find out that I can't have it. It's just like, can you kick me in the teeth any harder, Father? You know, I mean, are you serious? I finally break down after all these years, and then I don't have the insurance to cover it, so I can't have the surgery. I mean, but it's the right thing to do. I should never get fusion surgery. I should wait until I have the actual ability to have proper, you know, even if I have to upgrade and pay a little more, So um, that's going to be the right thing to do. But I have filed for Social Security, guys. You know what I'm saying? And I would get some back pay because my actual onset date was back when I reported back in 2016. I was having issues. There's times I go down for months, 6 months. I can't function. I've been very abundant for years that I've been be able to be even upright like I have. I've been way worse in the past. That's what's crazy too. So I need to take these times while I'm upright, you know what I'm saying, and use these times wisely. Don't get myself in something where I put myself back down like I've been before, and go get this surgery where I can not limit in my mobility and my dexterity. Is just look into fusion surgery, see what happens to people after they have back fusion. And it's not all bad cases, but man, there are a lot of people report it works for some people, but man, it just puts the brakes on a lot of the people, almost make you grow roots kind of deal. And I can't do that. I want to keep going, guys. When I stay, I could sit down here, do some live stream, but when I don't keep moving throughout the day, do something and sit and get in a state of depression, my body just deteriorates quickly. I mean, as far as it just gets locks up. So um, and that's what it is. My whole left side is completely locked up right now, and so I'm trying to do the best I can to, what I'm saying, just work through the pain. So it'd have been nice for Father to give me some better news today, but at least I got some good news. It can't be all good news all the time. So the bad news is I'm gonna have to hold off on selling the ministry. I'm gonna have to hold off, not the ministry, but the homestead, stave the ministry. But I can't do that. I mean, I'm gonna look into it. Maybe there's a year's period of time. And remember, I have about a year is what I figure to get all this done. I don't want to do it in a rush, although I'd like to get it done as soon as possible. I'm not going to push myself where I don't want to miss anything. I'm moving at a good speed right now, and that's where I want to stay. If I could stay right where I'm at right now, not go too fast, not go too slow, we've been accomplishing a lot of things, guys. So thank you for supporting this ministry through keep coming back and just being the ears and the body and good comments. You don't have to agree with me, but agree with what I'm doing. I don't do everything perfect, or I make a lot of mistakes in my life. Like, I hope I haven't made another one right now, but normally it comes with trying to help other people out. It normally backfires in my face, but I never stop doing it, brothers and sisters, and I'm just not. So hopefully this will be a situation where this gentleman gets some funding that I'm sure he could use, because he's doing the same thing as me, you know, and he could use the money right now because he's doing the same build as I am. So I know what this is costing me. So uh, I'd like to take and see the day on the other side of this where we're like, man, the hole's dug, it's there, it's dug. Because remember, I already paid for all the electric, the conduits here. I have all the pull cord, the box, it's like everything's here. I'm ready to get this thing in. And he's kind of jazzed about me being able to have a refrigerator, not wasting food, all those things that I said, getting this electric in here is going to be a game changer. At first, I'm not going to be able to like hook up the house or any of that, but at least I can hook up a temporary. I'm gonna have to still figure that out, like a temporary socket where I can put a refrigerator. I will put a small little building. I'll build anything. I'll build it, in a day or two, something around that, so I don't have to sit there and dip the taquitos and eat up all the meat real quick. I've been living out a cooler for 10 years. It's kind of it has its drawbacks. It does, it's not the end of the world, but it is. I've lost some food, man. I didn't, because I'll give it to the chickens, or I'll give it to the livestock, or I'll compost it, so I don't waste anything. But having to eat things fast and not being able to buy any extras, things that are on sale, that I miss having the ability to have some extras. I got to buy kind of limited, and you know I can't buy too much, and then I can't save because I'm not buying anything in volume. So it'd be nice to have some of these things, even though it's quite expensive to get some of these little creature comforts that you guys probably live with on a regular basis. And I could do this if I wasn't just such a minimalist. You know what I'm saying? I could have all this with my solar brother sisters, but I'd probably have to upgrade, get another battery, do some more. But this going to give me the ability to have both. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to charge my batteries, my thing off. I'll never hook up to the power anything that I don't need to unnecessarily. I'm still going to use my off grid as much as I can. Why plug something in? You know what I'm saying? Just for convenience. No, I have enough power. My solar power is right now, at least I think, because I've upgraded the charger controller. I probably could use a new inverter someday down the road, because it's been 5 or 6 years I've been using it, but it's still producing the proper power. I have to pay to charge the phone, I run my ice machine. Actually, I made ice. I gotta go over there and check that out too. And because I bought some food today, so I gotta throw that in there. But all these things will be much more available and readily accessible. And then again, this will hopefully, I'm going to buck up and get, I'm going to get some internet out here so I can get some better quality. I don't care what I look like, but I know it'll help, so you guys get tired of looking at the fuzz, and it's annoying. I know it is. It's hard to stay a part of this ministry. Father, don't make it easy with the interruptions, the horrible quality, the shadow banning. You got to want this channel hard. I mean, you really got to want this channel to be a part of it. I apologize, brothers, sisters, but that's the way Father made it at this point. I'm going to try to give this a little bit of an upgrade to make it not quite so, I'm saying, so difficult to, stay. And, I'm saying, no, I'm not on Starlink. I'm on some 4G phone. I'm going to get Starlink, and I should be able to have no issues. And I don't like Starlink. I don't want any of that. I hate it, but I'll do it for the ministry. I already said I would. I'll do it for the ministry. So it's not going to be the end of the world. I won't have a 4G or 5G phone and carry that around, but I'll figure out a way to do that, whatever that is. I don't know how that works. I apologize. I'm a little bit tech in some instance. I know it's Starlink. It's, like a ham radio. It shoots up off it's not a ground base. It's not 5G. So 5G is ground base, but not internet like this doesn't have anything to do with internet. But anyways, moving on. Thank you, brothers, sisters. I better go because I'm short some funding, and I don't want that to, you know, be a part of what we're doing here. So I'll figure out a way to cover that. That maybe this person will show up and buy this truck from me. So I'm going to take a little bit of a loss on it, but I don't. It doesn't matter to me as long as they can. It's got brand new tires, 2 full tanks of gas, and they were literally probably paying $500 for the truck. I'm giving it away, but it might get me closer to where I need to, need to be. And it was my wood truck, to go into the woods. I just never, never got to do it. It's too busy out here. I end up trading for wood and whatnot. But it's okay. If somebody can use it, it's really going to make a good, solid. It's an old man truck. Like the guy I got it's a second owner from, and he just got it. I got it from him. So it's been at one owner, basically truck. So clean title. It should work good for somebody. If they know Fords, I think it got overtopped. There was a little bit of a transmission fluid coming out, but I drove it again after I put the brand new starter, and it drove just like it always did. Still has that little bit of a hard shift into reverse, but all the forward gears, overdrive, everything works good. But again, I'm not sure. I'm not a Ford guy. I'm more of a Chevy, GMC type. So
there are a lot of Ford people out there, and maybe this guy will show up and he'll be able to, it'll love it. It'll be his honey or whatever. And people are really, Ford or Chevy. So I'm just not a big Ford guy, but it's okay. I've had more than a few Fords in my day, but so I don't, like I said, I don't know, probably another $1,000 or something. Really, to be honest with you, I don't know at this time. I'll tell you where I'm at, because I owe him 1,000. I have $682 for the electric permit that I'm going to need. And then, I mean, I have 850, another 500, the septic. There's more down the road. I'm not going to kid you, but I'm just trying to bite this off and things that you know, I can swallow, so to speak. But, uh, I just, like I said, I think when I looked at it, that's probably, if I didn't, I'd be short that. I think I have that 600 for the, I don't know. I just gave him 500, remember, and I just chilled out another three plus to do the electric and the placement permit and the address. So now, as soon as, because he was like, why don't you already have your electric permit? I said, because I can't get that permit filed until they can get the placement permit. Then they'll grant me the ability to put the electric, the permit. They know I'm digging, or, what I'm saying. Um, yeah, there we go. So, either way, Father, like I said, I'll figure it out. Maybe this guy will show up and take it today. I have the title for it. I have all the paperwork for it. I do think he could drive it out of here. I don't know exactly. I checked the transmission and it was a little full. Maybe that's why it had the issue the first time. Maybe that's why it popped off that cap. You know what I'm saying? The inspection cover. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, I only drove it a few times. I've had that truck for years. I only drove it a couple of times. I paid $3,000 for it, and what am I thinking? I had it for 25. I dropped it to 1950. Now I got it something like 18 or 15. I think I'd have it 18. I mean, that's stupid price, but I told you the wheels are 950 or whatever for it. There's got 2 tanks of gas. How much is it for a tank of gas right now? Those are big tanks in that truck. They're like $1,100 almost in gas and there's alone in it. So they're really not paying much for the truck itself. It's like I'm just giving the thing away. So hopefully you'll see that and not come haggle me down anymore, and I'll whatever. So we'll see when they show up. Like I said, I have to get people to show up first. So I better get off here. Probably the stupidest thing I can do right now is go clean this truck. Oh, you bought it. Okay, here, I'll throw it out at the end, but I need to go clean it up, guys. It's just the way I do things. So um, appreciate it. Wanted to give you an update. Got some excavation work done. I'm more excited anything that whatever. We'll have to figure out the land thing and the back surgery thing later. I don't have to dig this hole if this guy shows up and I can give him another $1,000. So that's what I need to do. That's my focus right now. I need to stay focused and not dig these holes. So for now, this would pay if he'll come through on both the front and the back, and I don't have to dig, guys. Father, please make this come through. I don't care what you do, but I pray for your will, no matter what. Not my will, not my will, not mine, not mine. I don't want mine. I'll ruin it. I'll wreck it like the Titanic. Your will be done. We'll see what happens, brothers and sisters. Okay. I pray for Father's will. That's it. I only want his will. No matter what happens, nobody's going to be, you know, out of line, out of order here. He's cosmos. He's perfect. He doesn't make any mistakes. So appreciate you guys. That's what I wanted to come share with you guys. I put money down so I have to dig, man. Let's see if Father's going to make me dig or not. Is he going to take all this money and I'll still have to dig anyways? We'll see. Stay tuned to Drama Trauma Central here at HD Fat, and we'll see what happens. So again, I think it's the right thing to do, though. Make the effort so I don't hurt myself. I need to take care of myself, guys. I don't need to hurt myself. I need to swallow if there's any ego or any pride, which I don't think I have, and pay to have it done. It's so hard. There's so many holes out on this property. It just seems so crazy that I can't go out and dig 150 feet in this desert that I've already done. How many holes, it just seems it's a bit deflating. So thanks for help pump me up here a little bit. Not ego, but it's kind of a wrecking me a little bit, thinking that I have to pay somebody to do something that I'm healthy. Look at my body. I'm not overweight. I'm just injured right now. And if I fix myself and don't hurt myself, I think I could do this again. I'd like to be able to dig holes in Ecuador. Okay. You know what I mean? I need to make it somewhere else. And if I can do it here, you know, um, later, then I'll do it later. But right now, it's not something I think it's the right thing to be trying to throw shovels and Pulaskis and digging out, um, leaning over like that. I was told don't lift any more than 25 or 30 pounds, period. So that's my doctor's orders. So if I do it, I've got it coming. If I do something long more than that, roasters, I have it coming. I call it, oh, I did it again. Like when I broke my back, I'm gonna have nobody to blame but myself. So I think if I pace myself right now and I don't overdo it, I'll be fine. But digging a ditch 150 feet long in the desert through this hard driveway that's been compact in that certain spot out there that's been covered by water for 20 years. So it's hard, basically almost hard compacted. I'm not going to be able to do that, guys. I'm going to kill myself doing that. Not literally, but I'm going to hurt myself. And then I ain't digging nothing else out here. I ain't lifting nothing. I ain't doing nothing. And that's not going to be the right thing to do. So thank you, Father, for providing me the funding to sell that silver, because I think I'm really on the last of the silver, guys, of what I sold. So thank you, Father, to make a smart move and pull that, hammer back right back there and go ahead and let it go and let all that silver ride. Just let it go. That guy still contacted me. Hey, because Kevin had a little bit, that I thought he might want to take some profit. And he's like, hey, what's going on, your buddy? So he's still in the market. Like, what's going on? So, but it's okay. I sold him all my rounds, all my bars, all my, I break him a buffalo and the U.S. flag and some junk silver, because they're not buying, right now in the refineries. So it was a good move, brothers, sisters. It really was. I look back and I look at the price of silver today. And I'm not saying that the price of silver never changes. It's just how much money it costs you to buy it. Get that through your head. Maybe if you understood or overstood that, price of gold and silver never changes. It's always the same. It's going to be the same. It just matters how much it costs to buy it, how many dollars. It never changes. Get that through your head. So it was a good trade, brothers, sisters, because I was able to take those dollars, like I said, when that inspector showed up out here, and he's like, or the Pat, he's like, you have all your septic out here already. I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing around. He's like, oh, I see. I'm glad that we were able to secure that septic. It was such a huge cost. That was the one I was concerned about, too. So we'll cover those later and get that done. So, witness, man, I think the right thing to do is not dig. I had to swallow any pride and any ego and pay somebody, and I did that today. So hopefully that will work out for the ministry and myself, and you won't hear me griping and whining that Father made me dig anyways and took money out of my pocket that I didn't really have to begin with. So, well, I did. I got it from the silver, but we made the gains, and so we're here now. Okay, so much love, guys. I'll update you. I need to get out there and see if I can get this. I think maybe somebody just messaged me. So he probably wants to know my address. So, all right. I love you, brothers, sisters. I got to go, Pastor Revelation. We'll come back and I'll keep you updated. You guys are the best. I'm telling you, this ministry is all I have. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have anything else in this world. There's nothing else for me to do. I don't do anything. What else am I going to do? I won't even go fishing, and I have a damn fishing license, and I've had it since the beginning of the year, and I haven't gone fishing once for myself. So I'm trying to do for myself, guys. I really am. You know what I'm saying? This back surgery, this is a little deflating too, just so you know, to think that, okay, I'm going to finally, after all these years, have back surgery and then tell them we can't do surgery on you because your freaking insurance isn't covering your injections. So I told you, though, I'm not going to let that deflate me, because I think Father is saying, hey, don't get views together. Get it done right the first time. If you got to pay more, get the upgrade. Make sure that hell, guys, they might be able to turn me into a super soldier. I could be one of these freaking Venezuelan robots or something. I'll take some of that right now. I don't want to be a Borg or anything. I'm not uploading, but you know what I'm saying? Give me the freaking body parts, man. Make me freaking Robo Man. I want to be leaping tall buildings in a single bound in my 50s and 60s. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in pain. I want to fix myself. And that's okay to do that. I haven't been used to taking care of me, brothers, sisters. I'm just not. Look at where I'm at. I just did it again. I tried to help somebody else out instead of just hiring the business that would come and do it with no questions asked. It'd be done. No headache. I'd have nothing to say. Guys, I just paid the company to come do it. They're going to do it. And they would. It's a fucking business. Oh, Paul, I apologize. So we'll see what Father has. Man, I hope he doesn't roust me again, guys. So it's okay. We'll figure it out when we cross that bridge, won't we? So thanks for taking these steps with me, guys. This is a wonderful experience and a hard experience too. It is. I'm grinding it out with you guys, and we're making progress every day. It don't matter. We're moving forward. We really have had very few setbacks. Father's really lifted this a lot. I'm telling you, I feel like there's nothing here that's not happening without purpose. So if we get another bump or two in the road, guys, hey, that's not the end of the road, right? So thanks for being there for me, guys. I love you so much, brothers and sisters. Much agape. I know that, there's a lot of YouTube channels, but remember, this is a family affair for me. This is a family matter. You are going to be the ones that I be with after I die. I don't have anybody that I know that I've ever met other than my son that I think I might be able to be with on the other side. Before all these things happened with my son, no matter how hard it's been, because it's almost been 2 years, I didn't have that, brothers, sisters. So I don't know if this channel means that to you. I mean, I have to do this because I have to fellowship. I can't isolate myself, run to the woods, go disappear. I have to keep sharing this gospel. I have to share this light. But I come here and now I have gained spiritual faces on the other side, spiritual brothers and sisters that I didn't have. So even if Father took Elijah from me, look how much more he has given me, more abundance than I could have ever imagined. Because before that day, I just thought it was my son. I just don't have anybody here. And now look at brothers, sisters, I know there will be people on the other side. If I make it, if I'm worthy of his kingdom. And I'm not going to question that because Father already chose that. And I don't need to be anxious on whether that's going to happen or not. It's already chosen. But that is very nice knowing. And I don't know if any of that, because I feel like we're having contact with you guys, that you guys are my brothers and sisters. I don't care about this flesh. I care because I'm an eternal being. And when I die, I get to be with Father in Shiloh. That's who I get to be with. And if you want to be with him, with me, then you would be excited too, like I am, to be with you there with Father. I mean, I'm excited for you, you know what I'm saying? I never had that. I never knew I would be. I just thought I would go be with Father, and Shiloh. And I know there would be other people there, but I wouldn't know them. The only reason I would know them is because they would be in the same narrow way. I didn't connect with anybody on this rock. So I really thought Father was trimming a lot of those strings for me, so I'd not be like Lot and his wife and look back, that I wouldn't have any attachments. I was like, oh, Father, thank you. What an abundance you've given me. In an opposite way. Now I don't have the strings of high school friends and people that I kept with on the internet and things that all these family members that I'm all attached to, and I don't have that. So, brothers, sisters, that's the beautiful thing about, I hope that you can see that's what this ministry is about to me. Whether you see that or not, I can't make you see that, but that's what it means. And I don't mean to make this about me, but that's why I keep coming back here every day, doing this wedding rehearsal. And I know nobody else on the internet's having a wedding rehearsal. Everybody's just doing their Christian and Catholic nonsense, whatever, all that stuff. This word means everything to me. And if it means that much to you, I know I'll be with you on the other side. If I am worthy, and I'm not, I'm saying Father gets to, condemn me if that's the case, but I'm going to stay. Remember, oh, you wise, and faithful servant. Well, how about the other opposite end of the spectrum? Oh, I did great works and I cast out lies and distributors of fortunes in your authority, just like we do in here. Is that going to get me anywhere? No. We're already chosen, brothers and sisters. Just do his will. Just do his will. You can do you, but I'm telling you, as you just heard me earlier, just organic. I pray for his will. Like with this thing, with this money and this, you know what I'm saying? Well, he could take it from me. That's his will. Thy will be done. I know, oh, please, Father. I just can't do that. Even times I know it's going to wreck me. I know what he's going to do is going to wreck me. He's going to clobber me. He's going to crush me. I still pray for that anyways. I see it coming a million miles away, sometimes years in advance. But I never pray for I might get weak in a moment of then I say, I messed up, Father. See, I tried to take the steering wheel. I tried to take the app. I tried to steer the ship, Father, and I'm going to wreck it. I do it every time. I take over the Titanic and it sinks. So let your will be done, Father. So I hope you can feel that similar how I feel. So no matter how all this horrible things that happen in my life, it's what he wants for me. It would be different, would it not? I don't pray for my will. I pray for the agape. I pray for thy kingdom come, the return of the bride, so that I'm worthy to be there at his standing at Shiloh with a crown, not taken by this world, not praying for the things of the world. So please don't confuse. If I come in here with this ministry and I'm talking about the stupid money, I don't even want to do this. I'd rather just run to the woods and disappear, brothers and sisters, to be quite frank with you. But I can't do that. Father won't allow me to do that, to run away and to disappear, because this is not the time. It's not that bad yet. Okay. And I don't have any brothers and sisters to run away to the woods with me or to another place. And until that day comes, I'm going to keep serving the word and serving this ministry. And there's nothing that's going to stand in my way of that. I might get locked in jail. Who knows what Father's going to do to me, but I'm not going to stop serving this ministry. We've had a disattachment before because I've had my butt thrown in jail, but it didn't mean I didn't stop serving. The ministry is the body, just like I said, brother, sister, whether we're here online or it's other people that I might come across, it's going to be those people we're going to be with on the other side. That is your mother, your brothers and sisters that are in the narrow of the way. That is your family, not your nieces, not your uncles, not your aunts, not your dad. If your dad members of Jezebel, honor thy father is not your dad. So I want you to know that's what this ministry means to me. And if any of you can relate to that, can you see what this ministry has given to me? So don't think that any minute that I've ever spent, any second or any hours that I've spent in here has been in vain at all. It's worth every second. So I hope that your time spent here, because you can't get it back, is just as valuable. Because I don't want to waste anybody's time. And I surely in the hell don't want to be other sides of judgment, where Father, as I told you, has given me more than I can't even share. And then I take somebody on the other side of judgment. Man, you had abundance. You had a whole shelter full of food. You had multiple buildings. You had all these things, and somebody needed it. And you put that out there, and they felt sorry for you, and they gave something to you, and that made them pain. I don't want to be on the end of that judgment, just so you know. So I'm hoping to complete this very soon, get this done, get this behind me, and I need to move on with my life and just share the gospel. I'm ready to do what I should have done when my son told me to take the gold and silver and go. But that probably is not going to be for at least a year or more, brothers and sisters. It's just not. But time goes by so stinking fast. A year seems like nothing right now. It's like if I buckle up these bootstraps, buckle up tight, let him steer the ship. It's going to get rocky, storm, but it's, when things get hustling and going so fast, it's almost like going to a job where you get your ass kicked. That's why I like to be a line cook and get spanked all day, because I look up and next thing I know, the shift's over. So we're there. Remember, if I didn't shorten the days, no flesh would survive. I know I wouldn't make it. So things are moving at breakneck speed. I can't let just some little blip stop me. I need to think forward in this ministry, as I've told you. And that's why I looked into splitting, and we'll figure that out later. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll sell the whole ministry. If I could find somebody that could actually cover the ark, that I could take the ark money and build it in another country, I'd probably do it right now. Seriously, I would. The ark doesn't matter where it's at. As long as there's somewhere on this rock before I leave that I can put books that'll be here thousands of years from now. The word. You do you, I do me. Remember, I'm still doing that too. That's my whole thing. That's separate from this ministry. That's what Father, like Noah, said, build the ark. He already told me to do that long ago. And I didn't listen to the world. We prayed, we talked, but I put the legs on faith. So that's what's destroying me now, right? Just so you know, brothers and sisters. I can't even dig a stick in little spike gremlins racing stripe. I dug a freaking ark. This 28 feet down from where I'm at right now. It's a massive hole. I mean, I paid to have the next hole done, but I can't even dig a little, what I'm saying? Gremlins racing stripe spike down the... I'm getting to be freaking pretty broken, guys. So thanks for being there. This is... like I said, I feel like I have a bruise. I don't want to have an ego, but it's just a bruise. It'll go away. It's not permanent. Breaks heal too. So once again, what doesn't kill me will make me stronger. And I appreciate you guys being there for me, because it does. This is lifting, and you guys carry me through this as my brothers and sisters that are, we're all going through hard times. And I hope none of us actually are. I don't hope things aren't easy for you. I've often said that on this ministry. If things are easy, you better check your neck. You better go back and look what's going on. Difficult is the path that leads to eternal life. Straight is the gate. So it comes with a pressing that continues. So I don't expect anything. I don't want anything. I don't deserve anything. But I do know that if I know Scripture, things are going to get a lot worse. So I should be graceful and thankful of the abundance that He's giving me right now with very little resistance. Like I said, some is okay. It's like I don't want to be without any pain. That just scares the living crap out of me. But it's actually when I consider that, brothers and sisters, that it might actually be humanly possible to walk this rock without being in pain. I said, I need to do that. Swallow, if you have pride, swallow your ego. Who cares about the money? Go take all that ministry money, split it, take the homestead, sell the homestead, keep the ministry, and start over again. You'd be like a spring chicken all over again. 20 years old, probably not, but close to. Would you pay $100,000 if I could sell this for $100,000, $200,000 without the shelter, obviously, to go get your back fixed, to start from scratch again, to be able to feel like you're 20 again? I would spend that in a minute. It's kind of like everything I did out here is, for the homestead but I can build another homestead. Remember, I built this all from scratch anyways, from just nothing but a bunch of sagebrush, rabbit brush, but I think it'd be worth it to you. I don't know, or to me, brothers, sisters. So at the cost, I'm going to do it, and, um, but I won't cost my body. I won't sit there, put myself out there. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I can't keep beating myself up. I've done it for too long. I need to put myself first sometimes. I need to start doing that more. I don't think I'm a selfish man if I say, hey, I need to take care of myself. So I look back where I'm at right now, already in this last week, and man, I'm happy that I can, well, it's been more than that, because obviously I've been considering now, getting fixed for longer than that since I've gone to the doctor. But to even consider it was so long. So, nope, I'm not going to ever have back surgery until I can walk. That was my mentality. And now I'm like, no, you need to get fixed before you can't walk, dumbass. You might never walk again. Get yourself fixed now. Preventive maintenance goes a long way. I know I'm a military veteran, so swallow your ego, swallow your pride, swallow that. Go get your damn self fixed. You need to help yourself before you can help anybody else. That mask comes down, you put it on your face, not the face type, or on a plane when you're going down, so you can help others, right? If you ain't taking care of yourself, brother, sister, you can't be charitable to others, right? If you don't have extra oil, you don't have that oil to give to others, right? So I appreciate the extra oil and the time that you give in here, brother. This is more valuable than any money, any food, any possession, anything in the physical, because time, it just can't be, you just can't go back. There's no going back to the future, none of that nonsense. You're not going forward in time, although we should be springing forward like a chicken, if you will, enduring to the end. We need to settle ourselves right where we're at and take care of us. The body is the temple. Take care of this first, right? But then, we have to endure to the end. So we have to take care of ourselves. Can't keep eating genetically modified food and thinking the Father likes that. He said the body is a temple. But I thought it wasn't under the dietary laws, Pastor. I know, but the body is a temple. You can eat whatever you want in moderation, right? We need to take care of ourselves. I haven't done a very good job of that, brother, sister. I just haven't. And I'm paying the price for that now. So it's time to, like I said, spend the money now so that I don't have to pay a lot more later. It's like not fixing a squeaky brake, right? It's almost like knocking the taillight out of your car and expecting not getting pulled over by the cops. Sooner or later, it's going to come back and bite me in the butt, isn't it? So it's kind of feel like that's where I'm at now. So I appreciate you, brothers, sisters, being there for me, because, this has been a difficult couple of years to lose my son and then break my back. And like I said, that grenade to the face, the C5 vertebrae is all messed up now because of that. And so it's just been kind of a grueling, physical for the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years I've had this. But man, to think that I could wake up one day and not be in pain is something I never considered. And I'm glad that I thought about it. That's inspiring to me. I don't think I'll ever be without total pain, but to think that I can, feel good and want to go ride jet skis and wakeboard and go jump off bridges and do all the stuff that I did when I was young, just being fun and young. And I didn't hurt myself a lot in a lot of those things because I was, but I did hurt myself a bunch doing stupid things too. But if I do things in moderation now, like I said, I don't try to go up belly Chinook and whatever that drop is, maybe 20 feet, 30 feet, go hit some diving board or something, go to, have some fun, live like I'm not. Almost a lot of the things that I do right now, where it's just, I can't stand this. I told the doctor, I'm worried I'm going to hurt myself. I'm going to overexert myself and hurt myself. I don't want to feel like that. That sucks. Like, oh, I can't do the normal things in life, man. Yeah, I can't, because I'm limited by, fractures, compound fractures, missing, degenerative. It's all, go get it fixed. It's not like we don't live in 5786, right? We have this modern tech, Tartaria tech, all these things, they got it. I see that stuff on her desk, brothers, sisters. You know what I'm saying? That lady, when I go into that surgeon, the neurosurgeon, they've got the stuff. They could do it right where here in America. I just don't have the insurance to cover it. So I'm going to get that covered later, you know what I'm saying? And try to just push through until now and keep being there to support me, guys. I don't think that this injury to my back is going to be the death of me or bring me down. And if it does, it's not going to stop me. I'll figure it out. I'll drag myself. I got a walker back there. Okay. I don't use canes. I can't do that. Well, they want me to use a cane. Like right now, they would want me to use a cane for my left side. I already told her no canes, no assisted devices for now. If I go down, I'll let you know. I've had to use them before. So I don't need any assist right now. I need to stay up. I don't want to start some. I'm not there yet. I've been there before. So, that's what I'm saying, guys. I think this is the right time, to consider this. And so I think Father will make it happen somehow, some way. He will provide the surgery for myself because I'm actually, have considered it. And I don't know, it might not happen this month. It might not happen next month. It might be 6 months or a year from now, but I'm going to try to get this done, you know and stop telling myself, "Oh, I can make it until I go down, and then I'll get fixed." Then that's not how you do something. And if anything, if you know veteran, preventive maintenance, any kind of whatever, you don't have to be a veteran to know that if you don't fix something, it's going to progressively get worse. And that's just what's going on with my body because I'm not getting younger. I'm trying to take it easy and not hurt myself. So if I do it now, I think I can do it within the next year or whatever. I don't think I'm gonna, be where I can't um, get fixed and get myself. But if I don't, I think I'm going to degrade and then I'm going to fall into this trap and I'm going to go get myself fused together. And I could still have pain from fusion. Fusion doesn't take the pain away, it just stops you from collapsing on yourself. I could still live with the same pain I have the rest of my life. The only way I'm really going to get myself out of the pain is to replace the disc, to get the spacing back of off each one of those sciatic nerve, all those endings, and put that proper spacing back between them. Otherwise, I'm going to probably always just have this nerve side. I'm dealing with a neurological surgeon and an orthopedic surgeon right now to try to fix that so that I can stop having this nerve pain, which generally is going to be a lot harder than the breaks and the contusions and the abrasions. It's like having, not exactly, but like if you had a bad tooth, that nerve ending is just firing the whole time. It's crazy to think that people can walk around and operate like I do with this kind of pain level and not let it. Some people would make them drop to their knees, be screaming for freaking drugs, but again, it's something I can't change, so I deal with it. As long as it doesn't move around too much, it becomes a regular thing. So it's called pain management, is what it is. So disappointing, brothers, sisters, today, but we got good news. Like I said, somebody to dig these holes for me. We'll see if it actually gets done. If not, you'll see me out here probably bitching that I have to dig it myself and Father took that from me. But thank you, brothers, sisters. I appreciate it. None of this really matters to me. Not like that. It's not nothing important like that. What's important is that I fellowship with those in the narrow way. This is all just lifey phileo stuff, but it is important to me, brothers, sister, to try to leave something behind. This archive, this ministry. I got to be here. Noah still had to build the ark. Okay, so Noah had a family, though. Remember, you guys are that family. Just so you know, you guys are that family. He had a family. I stopped digging out here for almost. I dug for years and years and years, and I got in a pause because I was like, wait a minute, I'm digging by myself. Noah had a family. What the hell? How am I didn't think about that whole time? I got nobody out there, and I started getting lonely. Like, why isn't anybody here? Father, why won't you fill dreams? If but whatever. I do. See, brothers, sisters, you're my family, my spiritual brothers and sisters in Christ. So as I'm building this ark, whatever the physical, you guys can be there with the spiritual there for me. None of us may ever see each other in the flesh, but we will be with each other on the other side. Hallelujah. I can't thank you enough for that. So I'm going to get in it here, guys. I better get back. I better get to work and do something out here. So thank you again for your support of the ministry. It never has to be monetary. If you want to leave a monetary tide, there's Cash App and PayPal, but please never feel obligated. I don't want to take something and be somebody on the other end of judgments and Father tell me that I took something from anybody other than your time. Okay? That's the only thing I want is your time. When you have it, please don't come here and waste any time. Be doing what you need to be doing. If you don't need to be here, don't be here. Be here when you need to be here. Go and do your art, build your shelter, build your place of rest, your tabernacle, okay? And you come here in fellowship when we are in reproof with each other. This is just adding to your faith, brothers and sisters. That's what fellowship does, okay? It helps reproof you with others that are in the narrow way. So this is essential. If you want to stay in the narrow way, you got to keep grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding to get to that straight gate, right? So thanks for help keep me straight, brothers, sisters. I think I'd be meandering all over the place. It wouldn't me. My mind would wander. I'd be like a planet spinning and corkscrewing through time and space. Right? I'd be like an alien. I'd be all weirded out, you know. So thank you for keeping me centered, guys. Keeping me single. It really is. The word does, but helping me come in here and share it with you. And because like I said, I can't imagine if this ministry was shut down and I couldn't come in here and talk, I would just lose it, guys. I feel like I would lose it. I'm getting that close to mental. I've tried to keep myself centered, but it's just a lot going. So when I come in here, it helps, you know, it's just because the pain, it's the little physical pain that's kind of dragging on me. I'm okay mentally, but that physical drag, it helps, it pulls that battery charge down on me. I'm like, man, I need to do more. I'm not doing enough today. I should have done more. I got this go. I don't need to do anything. Stop it. I need to come in and fellowship, put my treasure up afterlife, not in this life. But I still got to build a boat, guys. So I got to go. I love you. I still got to build a boat, man. I hate that I got to build a boat. But Father said, build a boat. So I got to build a boat. So much agape, guys. You are the best. I'm telling you, you guys are amazing to, you know, not above, but this is what I need in my life. And Father provides for me so much. I feel so abundant. This ministry has provided far superior things than I thought I could ever achieve. Seriously. I've talked about it from the highest mountain. And look at this. Every single rock, every continent has heard this gospel. It's been up for 4, years or something. We've been out here. So we've already achieved what we need to do. Now let's just stay in that narrow way and keep grinding until we get to that finish line, brothers and sisters. Have that hand held raised in victory because you saved enough. You endured. And at the end, you got to finish the strongest to win the race. That's who wins the race. But I want to come across the line, not just as my hand held, but all of us together, as a body, as a bride, because we endured to the end and we finished at the last, the strongest. Not the end, but you know what I'm saying? There's an end to the race where you got to get ahead of. Pace yourself, brothers and sisters. Not competition. Competition makes you stronger, gets you ready so you know how far to when to turn it on. That's a marathon. It's not some short little jaunt or sprint. Now, this better get your heart beat up, man. If this is not pounding and grueling and hard, like you can't even hardly breathe, then brother, sis, you need to dig in harder, man. I'm serious. As the mother correcting you, mother me, we got to finish the strongest, correct, to win us the race, to win that race. You got to finish the strongest, guys. And this is a marathon. So don't act like this is some short little. We got a long way to go if you want to say the end of the world, because I want to make sure we get there with that. There's sorrows. There's a lot of hard times coming. Gas is going to get more expensive, less available food, less available. This is not getting better. None of this maggot stuff, okay? It's like a fly away from me, planet. So if we're ready for that, though, we will have that extra bread and that extra fish to be able to reach out for others in that day. He will provide. He never makes a single mistake, brothers and sisters. Remember that. So just listen to that still voice inside your head like Noah did. Let these people scoff at you. And I don't care how long. Time is an illusion. For decades, they laughed at him. Not even a single drop in rain. But then remember Luke. Then it did, right? Above and below. And that's what's going to happen this next time by fire. So be ready for that. Okay? That's how you should remember. Fiery judgments. Eyes of fire, feet of fire. You should be walking just like that. Walking like him with those same eyes and feet of fire. Hallelujah. He said, conform to my image. If that's the way he comes back, that's exactly how you should be. But hey, I'm not telling you, you fork off then with your knife. He said 2 spoons conform to each other's image. So if he comes back with eyes of fire, well, then I think you need to be having eyes of fire too. Figure out what those eyes of fire are, brothers and sisters. And feet. Remember, he said he'd make his enemies ashes under his feet, right? Oh, yeah. So we've talked about that before, what that is in here. Go back and study it. I've covered a lot of these things, but this is the time, brothers and sisters. This is our time, like fire, eyes of fire and feet of fire, to let it shine. Not pride, because that's rising and shining above others. Go out there and don't yoke with people who are unequally yoked, and share that light. Don't boast because you know, but whoa, remember, don't hide it in a bush, right? Don't hide it in a bat. You've got to share that light. So that's why I'm here too. You think I have a choice whether I come here or not? You're crazy. I'm programmed, not like an android. like prognosco, to have foreknowledge of. He knows exactly what I'm going to do. As long as I'm doing Father's will, thy kingdom come. That's right. The return of the bride. Hallelujah. Love you, brothers, sisters. Thank you so much, Donald, Nathan, Sabrina, the family. After day, it's spend their time here. They could be spending it on any other YouTube channel, any other platform, but Father sends you here. These are going to be the ones with them on the other side. Whoa.